begin the countdown to kickoff for our featured game. We're joined by Waco football coach Chad Edeker. Coach, our team finishing up the regular season 3-5, dropped the decision to a very good Iowa Valley team by a final score of 60-20. Tell me about that game.
Oh, I mean, Iowa Valley's a very good team. They won our district last year undefeated and brought everybody back. They're a junior-laden team that's very explosive. I think they made the quarterfinals last year, and we just ran into a buzzsaw. We weren't able to stop their run, and then we were able to move the ball late. But when you get later in the game, one of our scores was against their JV. It was our JV that scored against theirs, but I mean, they're just a really good ball club, and we weren't able to be consistent enough to move the ball on them. So, and we knew going in that the game really didn't matter to us. And the reason I say that, don't wrong, we want to win every game. We're a high school team. We want to win every game. But the way the playoff scenario had worked out, that game didn't matter. The game that mattered for us in making the playoffs was the Winfield-Belle Plaine game. That was, 2 hours away from us. And if Belle Plaine won, then we made the playoffs in a tiebreaker. And if Winfield won, they made the playoffs in a tiebreaker. So when Belle Plaine won the game, that put us in. So we were, they're wrong. We wanted to play hard as we could against Iowa Valley, but we also knew going in that it wasn't a deciding factor in our playoff bid.
Sure. All right, now turning our attention to Ed-Co, what do you know about the Vikings?
Not much until I started watching, but boy, I tell you what, they're impressive. When you first look at them, you're like, oh, they're pretty basic. They're real basic, and then as the more you watch it, you're impressed with how basic they are. You know exactly what they're going to do, and yet they still operate and do a very good job of it. This Steiger kid at quarterback, actually watching him, I would compare him a lot to our quarterback in Hayden Shellman. Very similar running styles, very similar size. I think Steiger's a little bit bigger than Hayden, maybe a couple inches, but that's about it. Very elusive, very good at putting a foot in the ground and making you just flat miss him. And does a great job. And then the Ingles kid does a great job of just running downhill for as big as he is. He's not a real big back, but boy, he gets downhill and runs hard. And then, on top of that, what I'm really impressed with is how good their three offensive linemen are. I mean, their tight end's good too. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from him. But those three inside guys, and I'm terrible with names, so 62 and 88 and 34, their numbers, and you guys, your people all know who they are.
Yes.
How really good and fundamentally sound they are. How they move their feet. Their double teams, when they double team, are really good, and they do a great job of getting off to backers. And like I said, their run scheme's not anything special. It's very basic, but yet they are very, very effective with it. And it's going to be a challenge.
Keys in the ball game for Waco. What do you have to do?
Oh, we got to be consistent. I think we have the talent on our team to compete. I'm not saying we can. I don't know if we can win the game. I mean, when you're 8-0 and a 3-5, there's a reason you're in those two spots. But I think we can compete and make this a competitive game and get it to the fourth quarter and see what happens if we are consistent. If we don't do if we're like we play like we have the last 3 or 4 weeks, we won't reach that. And the other thing is we got to tackle. You got to be able to tackle the Steigers kid. If you don't tackle him, he's going to make you look silly and going to score some big long touchdown runs. So those are the two things, I guess, for us is to be consistent and tackle.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
No problem. Thanks.
Waco football coach Chad Edeker on his Warrior program. Countdown to kickoff continues after this.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
It's back to school time and the fall sports season is underway. Hi, this is Dr. Jessica Wilkie of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona. We have lots to celebrate over here with the excitement of back to school and the recent wedding of our doctors Chase and Daphne Bruner. Dr. Mark Foley and myself would like to extend them congratulations and wish all our area students and athletes good luck this fall. We welcome new patients and look forward to seeing you at your next dental appointment.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmers.realfood.realmeat.com.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Brown's family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Brown's family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Brown's is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
At Freedom Bank, we're more than a bank. We're 100% employee-owned and proud to be part of the communities we serve. Our home equity line of credit is a smart, flexible way to use the equity you've built in your home. Whether it's home improvements, tuition, or unexpected expenses, Freedom Bank empowers success with local lenders you know and trust. Visit us today and let's build your future together. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. All loans are subject to credit approval.
Ed-Co Playoff Football is brought to you in part by Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena. Member FDIC. Car Auto Group online at karautogroup.com. Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader. Clayton County Recycling in Monona. Myers Auto Service in Monona. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. And by Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door. We continue the countdown for our featured game. We're joined by Ed-Co football coach Alex Hanna. Coach, your team finishing up the regular season undefeated. Defeated Central Big 70-6. Tell me about that game.
Yeah, that game kind of went exactly how we wanted it to. Other than the first drive when they scored, we played very well defensively, and we were very efficient on offense. No gaudy numbers for any one person, but Jax threw the ball efficiently. 2 touchdowns and 100 yards, and then we had over 300 yards rushing with 6 different guys carrying the ball. So very efficient offensively, which we were really happy about.
All right, let's talk about on the defensive side. After that last drive, you shut Central down. Who led you defensively?
Jaden Miller actually led us in tackles this week. That's his first time doing that, and then Christopher Lang was right behind him. We had some different guys stepping up to be leading tacklers. I think some of that was just the way their offense was. They didn't run the ball up the middle very much. They tried to get to the edge and run the counter a lot on us. So we had some of our exterior guys making more plays. But again, I think you told us on Friday they averaged about around 2 yards a carry, which is outstanding for an offense that likes to run the football. So great effort all the way around on defense as well.
All right, you mentioned offensively some of your leaders there, but let's talk about the guys up front.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Not just the offensive line, but also the receivers. I felt like we had downfield blocking. Our center, Ben Pierschbacher, he runs about 280, and there was one play where he was blocking Hammerslang kid about 25 yards down the field on one of the touchdown runs that we had. And then another one to shout out would be Carter Batten at wide receiver. He didn't have a catch at all on Friday night. And we asked him about it, and he goes, "I don't care. I had a couple really, really good blocks, and we sprung a touchdown run." So, love to see that team mentality in the trenches and on the edges.
All right, now turning our attention to the playoff game, you host the Waco Warriors. What do you know about them?
Yeah, Waco. They're obviously a proud tradition, proud school. Just incredible success in the postseason. Athletes, they just have great kids traditionally. Their quarterback, number 15, running back is a stud. Number 20 as well, plays fullback and defensive end. They got some really nice players.
We see some things on film that we like offensively, but defensively they're going to run the ball right at us, and they're going to be very physical. So we're going to have to be prepared for, their rushing attack. They pull a lot of guards. They run unbalanced fronts quite a bit. So we're going to have to be pretty stout against the run. But offensively, we like what we're seeing in terms of matchups for us speed-wise. So.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
All right, thanks, Dan.
Yes, Ed-Co football coach Alex Hanna on his Viking program. Countdown to kickoff continues after this.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student-athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Looking for the best suppressors with seamless service? Interested in helping protect your hearing or have questions on the NFA process? Head to Stronghold Corp, your one-stop shop for premium suppressors and unbeatable expertise. Whether you're a seasoned shooter or first-time buyer, we can get the best brands and latest models to fit your needs. Enjoy hassle-free eForms electronic fingerprint processing with our state-of-the-art Cerberus live scan system. Contact us today by heading to stronghold-corp.com for more information. Stronghold Corp, where silence meets precision.
Hey sports fans, take a time out to call Garms Financial Services for all your insurance needs. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services and Grinnell Mutual has you covered. You'll receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Owner Brian Bugenhag, along with his staff, look forward to serving all your insurance needs. Call them today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services, located in Elkader and now also in Monona, your trusted choice agency.
Top Gun Customs knows you can fill the deer tag well out of season. If you've tagged that prize buck, pull up to the stoplight at Top Gun in Garnavillo. That's it. Bob and his technicians have been repairing vehicles for over 45 years. We write the estimates, take the photos, and deal with the insurance company for you to ensure your vehicle is repaired quickly and, most importantly, safely. We also have free loaners or rental vehicles. Call Bob or Nancy at Top Gun to schedule your repair today. 563-964-9899.
Ed-Co Playoff Football is brought to you in part by Lloyd Kelchin Grain in Edgewood, the Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Gothenburg and Elkader, Grow Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, and by Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. This is KCTN, Garnavillo, Elkader, Iowa. Good evening once again, everybody. How you doing? Dan Barnes along with Coach Aaron Hammond. We welcome you to Edgewood Community Dreams Field. And our matchup tonight on KCTN, it's an 8-man opener. Edgewood-Colesburg takes on Waco here. They have gotten to know each other a couple of times in recent years in the postseason. They meet again in round number 1 here tonight.
Yeah, interesting matchup here for both of these teams. About 2 hours, 15 minutes between them, and Ed-Co's had to travel down there. Waco has to travel up here this year. Could be an interesting matchup. We've got some neat one-on-one interesting things going to happen in this game.
All right, let's start talking about the visiting team, the Waco Warriors. Wayland is the town, by the way, where the school located, made up of the area there. That's why it's called Waco. But as far as this team, they come in 3-5. They've lost 5 in a row, but let's not let that record fool you. This is a team that has had a brutal schedule.
Yeah, they won their first 3 games, got them into the playoffs. Their 5 losses were Fremont Mills, Belle Plaine, English Valleys, Springville, and Iowa Valley. By the way, all 5 in the postseason in 8-man football this year.
So, again, their 5 losses, and they played an Iowa Valley team that's undefeated last week. Dropped that ball game, Iowa Valley pulling away late, 60-20. They're led by quarterback Hayden Shellman, the junior, 5'8", 145 pounds. Is throwing for over 500 yards. He has rushed for over 1,000 yards.
Yeah, interesting dual threat there with his feet, 147 carries, 17 touchdowns, over 1,000 yards. But don't let that fool you because you've got a couple other guys right at about 300 yards. Niles Reichenbach, he's got 393 yards. Trey Edeker's got 287 yards with 53 carries. Both of them a handful of touchdowns. But then Shellman throwing the ball pretty efficient, about 59% on his completions. Not nearly as much as we were going to expect out of Ed-Co throwing the ball. But again, 3 touchdowns in the air, and just an interesting dual threat, a lot like Steger on the other side of the ball.
Yeah, they've passed the ball around, spread it throughout some receivers, but Casey Coakley is 5'7", 130 pounds, and the junior has 13 receptions, a couple of touchdowns, and nearly 200 yards receiving.
Yeah, close to 200 there, and you've got a number of other guys that are close to 100 yards. Reichenbach's close. Davison's just over 200, or just over 100. Pepper's close to 100. So they've got a number of guys who have touched the ball, but they don't throw the ball a ton. They rely on that run game first, but they do like using that passing game to keep teams honest.
And Niles Reichenbach is their second leading rusher. He has rushed for nearly 400 yards this year. For Ed-Co, 8-0. They handled Central to close the regular season, 70-6. The Vikings are ranked number 6 in the 8-man game. Let's start with quarterback Jack Steger. He has over 2,000 yards, split between passing and rushing.
Yeah, if you start on the ground, he's got 860 yards on the ground on 72 carries, 14 touchdowns. But don't let that, get you off, because Carson Ingalls is right there, close to 500 yards. He's got 14 touchdowns, so he's getting a lot more yards per carry in that true running back position. But Steger also has completed over 1,300 yards passing, 61 for 110 attempts, 23 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions, 56% efficiency there, and he spreads it out to a lot of targets. Number 1 target's Christopher Lang. He's a senior. 573 yards, 10 touchdowns. Carter Batten, 422 yards, 6 touchdowns. Jaden Miller, 214 yards, 4 touchdowns. So lots of weapons. And the thing that we always talk about, there is speed on Ed-Co's side of the ball.
I mean, you talk about that receiving speed, but the other thing that I think is lost in all of that is the fact that they are outstanding blockers for them.
Yeah, that was one of those big question marks at the beginning of the year, because they lost so many big guys up front. And they're like, well, what's the line going to look like? They are nasty. They are physical, and I would match them up against almost anybody, because they just get after it. They know their assignment and do a tremendous job.
All right, and obviously defensively, the big difference between these two teams is that Ed-Co has been really good at forcing turnovers. When you look at the interceptions, Christopher Lang has 4 interceptions. Carter Batten has 4 interceptions. Jaden Miller has 3 interceptions.
Well, yeah, the team as a whole has 13 interceptions. They recovered 12 fumbles. They sacked the quarterback 13 times. You look at the other side of the ball, Waco's got 1 sack, 6 interceptions, 6 fumbles. That's a huge difference maker, especially in the 8-man game where you score a lot of points anyway.
And as Waco coach Chad Edeker said, if we play 4 quarters like we know we can play, we feel like we can get into this ball game later stages and have a chance against Ed-Co in this ball game tonight. But that'll be the key. He says sometimes we look great a drive, then the next drive we're maybe not blocking like we should, missing an assignment here or there, and it's kind of hampered them. It's a team that certainly relies on running the football. Let's set up the starting lineups. Let's start first off for Waco. The quarterback is Hayden Shellman, a junior, 5'8", 145 pounds, also plays defensive back. Also starting at running back is Niles Reichenbach. He is a senior, and Reichenbach, by the way, is 5'11", 163, also plays linebacker. The end, Kellen Shellman, a senior, 6'1", 150. The tight end, Rafe Davison. He's the nose guard on guard on offense, tight end rather, and also plays linebacker on defense. Davison is 6'2" and 192 pounds, the senior. Adam Staffer starts at a guard, 6'8", 312 pounds senior, also plays nose guard. Nick Pache is a senior guard, senior 6'1", 225. Levi Bachman is the anchor of the line in the center, senior 5'10", 164. Levi Brownie is the tight end, a junior 5'11", 168. The defensive starters are Harley Larimore at defensive end, 6 foot senior, 185 pounds. The other starters, defensive end Tyler Rogers, a senior, 6'1", 188. Linebacker Sam Meyer, a junior 5'11", 170. And a defensive back Casey Coakley, a junior, 5'7", 130. For Ed-Co offensively, the quarterback is Jack Steger. He's a sophomore, 5'10", 175, also plays linebacker. The running backs are Carson Ingalls. He is a senior, 5'7", 160 pounds. Ingalls also plays linebacker. The tight end is Connor Balls. He's a sophomore, 6'1", 170, also plays defensive end. The anchor of the line up front is junior Ben Piersmacher. He is a 5'11", 280 pound center. The guards are Brady Tyne on the right, a junior, 5'8", 195. 5. And the guard on the left side is Keegan Stelkin. He is a sophomore, 6 foot, 205 pounds, and also plays defensive end. The other starters for them, nose tackle Billy Hoffman. He's been huge. Senior, 6'2", 205 pounds. And Jaden Miller also playing linebacker. He is a sophomore, 6 foot, 150 pounds. Those are your starting lineups for these teams. Let's talk a little bit now about keys in the ball game. Let's start first off here for Waco.
Well, I think for Waco, you heard their coach talk about we need to be consistent. They know what they can do, and they can do it well, but they have to do it consistently for 4 quarters. They can't take a play off or a series off or a special teams off. They got to be on point all night long, and Ed-Co's going to take advantage if they aren't.
Yeah, winning the turnover battle would help them in this ball game tonight, which they really haven't been great at this year. For Ed-Co in this ball game.
Yeah, they have, Waco has not been great at the turnovers. Ed-Co has been. I think for Ed-Co, play the game that you know how to play, and then the special teams. You look at some of those in the margin things. Christopher Lang has returned 4 kickoffs, 2 of them for touchdowns.
Yep.
Jack Steger has returned 3 kickoffs, 2 of them for touchdowns. So those special team type things that Ed-Co can do can really swing that momentum in a hurry and take Waco out of what they're wanted to do.
We'll take a break. When we return, the opening kickoff from Edgewood, Ed-Co and Waco. You're listening to high school football from KCTN Sports.
This is Cheryl Darling Mooney, Elma Key Public Health Supervisor. Did you know bats are bug-eating heroes? They help us by eating mosquitoes and other pests. But here's the thing, some bats carry rabies. Never touch a bat with your bare hands. If you are bitten or scratched by a bat, try to safely catch the bat for testing and speak with your healthcare provider about rabies prevention. Be a hero and leave bats alone in the wild to do their job while you stay safe. Call us at Elma Key Public Health with any questions.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what we do at Clayton Drug. We are committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. We are a full-service pharmacy offering services such as med packing to your home or mail delivery and online prescription refill. We also offer a cash pricing program on name brand and generic prescriptions. Call 563-245-2530 to find out more. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve us all in between.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
Welcome back once again here to Edgewood. Ed-Co wearing their home black bottoms, black tops there. They've got the yellow numbers. Vikings across the front. They have the Viking logo on both sides of their helmets in yellow there, and of course the black helmets. For Waco, the best way to describe them is look a lot like North Carolina's colors. Got that light blue colors there, the bottoms, the white tops. They have the Warriors on the cross of their light blue helmets, and as well, Carolina blue, I believe is what they call that
Carolina
color.
blue, absolutely. They look sharp. They're easy to spot. Easy numbers to read. We love to see that.
Our officials, and we've seen these guys a couple of times this year. The head official is Charlie Zahn. The referee is Mike Jacobson. The umpire is Denny Broadback. The head linesman is Bo Brady, and the line judge is Dan Lechtenberg. Great to have these guys with us for this ball game tonight. We talked about keys in this matchup. Field looks absolutely great tonight with a sharp-looking Viking logo in the middle of the field. And for those folks that are joining us on the YouTube audience, if you're any issue going to that game, just go to YouTube, type in KCTN FM 100, hit and look for live, and you'll find the ball game for tonight's game. Ed-Co, by the way, will receive to start this ball game out tonight here. This is really the first night we've had this year. It's fall.
It is. It's cold, and we got a lot of people I know are joining us on the YouTube channel because they didn't want to brave the cold, but we've still got a good following, especially on the Ed-Co side, filling up fast. Waco side filled up here in the last few minutes, so they got some loyal fans out here. You see officials jumping around on the field. They're trying to stay cold. We talked to Charlie Zahn beforehand. He goes, we played in short sleeves all year.
Yeah.
we had to break out the long sleeves for tonight's game, but gorgeous night for football.
And that's right. This is finally what we've been looking for, these types of night in the football. You get into the final playoffs there. The winner of this ball game goes to the round of 16, and that will be on Halloween night next week. And, of course, as far as pairings-wise, that will not be announced till tomorrow. And actually what they'll do is they'll take the 16 teams and break them down basically into teams of 4 into pods.
Yeah, pods of 4. They'll break that down. And we do have 2 other teams in the area we'll be following tonight. Starmont is going to Wapsie Valley and North Fayette Valley to Mid-Prairie. So we'll try to get you updates on those scores as well. But we'll keep an eye on some other 8-man teams, see who in the area Ed-Co could be matched up with in this next round.
And lots of speculation. And a team like Ed-Co, Waco, they could go south. That's not uncommon. Could go north, how they're located. So we're ready to go here in this matchup. Number 24, Niles Reichenbach will lunch it away for once again, Waco at the 30-yard line. Christopher Lang deep receive there. And also back there as well is going to be Jax Stagger, I believe. So we're ready to go here. Back at the 5-yard line, it is a high kick. This will go to the goal line area and goes across into the end zone as Lang catches it, drifting back into the end zone. That will bring it out to the 15-yard line, and that is a good way to stop a big return. Kick it into the end zone.
Absolutely. And they had an interesting setup there because they had a short guy up front that could have easily onside kicked it, and they got all their guys in a down 4-point stance. So interesting start there for Waco, but Ed-Co's going to take the ball over here at the 15.
So first down, 10 yards to go for the Vikings. Our initial appearance here this ball game, 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. This is an empty backfield. And on first down, 10 yards to go, in motion is Ingles. And before this play is going, we have a flag. And this is false start on the Vikings here. And I'm going to start to this game. A 5-yard penalty is going to push them back to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, not the start you want if you're Coach Alex Hanna, pre-snap penalty to start out the playoffs, but a procedural penalty there against the Vikings.
So first down, 15 yards to go. You mentioned the updates tonight. We will get those passed along to you as soon as we can, as we will have updates at least quarterly on those games tonight. First down, 15 yards to go. Same formation. Swing pass right side. It is caught by Miller. Miller gets out to maybe the 11-yard line. Stretched out well defensively by Waco. And making the stop there defensively was number 24. And for them, that is Niles Reichenbach, who was among their leading players. And it's a gain of maybe 2. Second down, we'll call it 12, 13 yards to go.
Yeah, Carter Batten on that reception, but good defense there by Waco to catch him right after he made connection with that ball, and not much of a gain.
So again, same formation, 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, and this time Ingles is a slot receiver to the right, back to Stagger to throw the football. Stagger looking over the middle, he's got Lang. Lang goes up, catches it with a hand, and slides down to the 40-yard line. He snagged it with his right hand, diving forward, somehow able to hang on to it. Falls down at the 39-yard line after making the catch. A dandy play by Lang. First and 10, big play for the Vikings.
He pulled that in one-handed, was able to maintain control, but that's going to be a 28-yard catch and a phenomenal catch there by Christopher Lang to get the Vikings away from their own end zone.
We saw him make a play last week over the right shoulder. This time it is reaching up there with the right hand to make the play. First down, 10 yards to go. Vikings inside Warrior territory. Quick slant play, right side to Lang, catches it, middle of the field, down to the 35, 25-yard line. It's pitch and catch. And just like that, the Vikings just outside the red zone.
Yeah, just hitting Lang in stride on that long play and then hitting him right out of the slant. A quick hitter there and just moving the ball well. All in the air so far for the Vikings.
Yep, they're not afraid to throw the ball around. And again, what has been so good of them is some nights you have to run the ball a little bit more. That hasn't been an issue. Empty backfield once again. First down, 10 yards to go. Stagger flushed out of the pocket, rolling to the left, and Stagger is now going to run far sideline. He's inside the 20-yard line, steps out of bounds at the 19-yard line. And that's the advantage of spreading things out. Stagger can find those lanes. This was to the outside on a 6-yard pickup on first down. Give him 5.
Well, and that's the luxury of setting all those guys out on a pass pattern, is if they do happen to get through that front defense, he just tucks it and goes easy 5 yards as he steps out of bounds.
So second down at the 20-yard line. The initial drive of this football game for the Vikings really started at their own 10-yard line after the penalty. So on second down, 5 yards to go. Stagger drops back left side. Just a quick curl play near the first down sticks. And I believe catching at that time is Batten, and Batten has first down yardage. Just ran a quick out 5 yards away on the far sideline. 5-yard pickup. And initially,
that should be a first down.
Our official had told the guys to move the chains. And I believe that they are, yes, now they're going to wait on that. And Charlie Zahn says, that looks good from here. And why not? The ball's at the spot, right, exactly at the 25-yard line, and they started with the ball on the 35-yard line. So it's in 10 yards exactly.
Yeah, exactly what they needed, enough to fall forward, get that first down, keep that drive alive.
2 minutes into the opening act. Now you have them going here, pistol formation. Ingles gets the handoff on his first carry, goes off left side, couple of yards, gets down to near the 10-yard line. It'll be to the 12-yard line is where they will spot it, and it's second down and 7 yards to go. Up front making the play is number 70. Once again, Adam Stafford making the play there for once again, Warriors of Waco. And again, he is a 6-foot anchor for them up front that does a great job freeing things up for his linebackers.
Yeah, 6'8" and just a big, wide frame. Takes up a lot of space.
Second down and 7. Right back to Ingles again. He tries to bounce out left side. He does. 10-yard line, 5-yard line, splits the defenders and goes in for the score. An impressive opening drive for the Vikings. They march 90 yards. It's a 13... Correction, they march 70 yards. They started back at the 10-yard line. We've only got an 80-yard field. But with 9:17 left in the opening act, the Vikings strike first. Ingles, a 13-yard run. They lead 6-0.
Yeah, and he did a nice job of bouncing that to the outside. That was designed to be just inside of the guard, and that was all plugged up. Kudos to the Warriors, but bounced it to the outside, had a lot of room.
And, of course, the Vikings will go for 2. And here is, again, the pistol formation. They run the option. Stagger going to keep it. Nothing right side. He's going to bounce to the left side, and there is no chance to get him on the cut. He spins on a dime, goes left side, and strolls in for the 2-point conversion. 9:17 left in the opening act. The Vikings lead 8-0. Let's take this break.
During spring and summer, severe weather can strike in a hurry. If you see a power line on the ground, stay away, keep others away, and call your electric utility. If there's a downed power line due to an accident, stay inside your vehicle until the utility arrives and de-energizes the line. Learn what to do if you see a downed power line. Doing the right thing could save your life. Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Being good at life means getting your finances in order so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of experience, New York Life Insurance Company offers insurance and financial solutions you can benefit from while you're, well, living. For trusted guidance, contact your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer with your Vision Financial Group, proudly located and serving the beautiful Guttenberg community. Call Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. Start planning today for peace of mind tomorrow. Your Vision Financial Group is not owned or operated by New York Life. Jaden Miller to launch it away. It is a line drive kick. Bounces up at the 15-yard line. It's picked up there, I believe, by Reichenbach. Right side gets out to the 20-yard line. Steps out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Not a bad return. Some positive yardage. It is first down, 10 yards to go for Waco at their own 21-yard line. Again, a 13-yard touchdown run by Ingles. And Ingles, or correction there, it is Stagger with the conversion run. And it is 8-0 Ed-Co in the lead. They passed to get down to the 20-yard line, then ran it in from there.
Yeah, just a nice mixture there. Came out in their spread game and their fast sets, and then pounded away on the ground.
First down, 10 yards to go here for Waco, their initial appearance. And again, it's a close formation. They snap it back to the quarterback, and plowing ahead there is going to be Shellman. And Shellman gets across the 30-yard line. They keep that pile moving. Ed-Co signaling that they have the football. That's not the case, though. Shellman just basically in a jumbo formation. They plow their way out to the 38-yard line near, again, midfield.
Yeah, 17-yard pickup on first down, and that was just almost like a scrum. In rugby, they just mowed down the field.
It's a close formation. There's two fullbacks, basically, two halfbacks that are in front of the quarterback, Shellman, and he just followed them right up the middle. And this is the same formation, so they're going to run a power game right at you. First down, 10 yards to go. Back to Shellman, but he's going to bring it around right end this time, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds short of the 40-yard line, stretched out well by the Vikings defensively. They couldn't get to the edge, and chasing him out of bounds there was number 5 in Connor Balls. It's only a 1-yard pickup, second down and 9 yards to go.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how Ed-Co adjusts here because, you know, a lot of physicality up front for Waco, some size up there. So they just got to adjust to that, figure out what they're trying to run.
And this is where Ed-Co up front has been strong this year, but really tonight, linebacker's going to have to do a lot of helping out. Here's that same formation up the middle, and again, Shellman goes right side with the rugby scrum to about the 36-yard line, and that'll put him in a 3rd and 4 situation. So a couple of plays, they've had some success running right at the Vikings, and Jaden Miller among Ed-Co there on the play. It is 3rd third down, and it's going to be 4 yards to go. So certainly for Waco, you've put yourself already in 4-down territory.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got 2 plays to pick this up, but Ed-Co is going to have to figure out how to penetrate that wall of guys that are coming at him right now.
So again, third down, short situation, same formation. And they're going to run it with Shellman. Fakes the pass, or fakes the run. Now going to throw the football, but he's rushed in the backfield and dropped down for a loss. Will Hoffman there, and Connor Balls finishes it off. Quick pressure on the inside there by the Vikings as Shellman faked like he was going to run, stepped back, and then forced back to retreat, and they lose yardage all the way back to the 30-yard line where it's 4th and 9, 38-yard line.
Well, they switched their formation there for defense. They put 4 guys on the down lineman, and that was the difference because Connor Balls was able to penetrate that.
All right, it appears that Waco will punt it away, and nobody back for Ed-Co. They'll stay in, again, that punt-safe defense. So here's the snap back, and they get the left-footed kickoff there, and it's going to go back at the 10-yard line. It'll roll down to the 5-yard line and down there by the Waco Warriors. Great hustle downfield. Getting that ball downed. Shellman, the punter, with a nice punt there. Gets it inside the 5-yard line, and Ed-Co's going to have to take over first down, 10 yards to go at their own 3-yard line.
Yeah, that was good coverage by Waco getting downfield after the quick punt, and with nobody back there to pick it up, they were able to down that to basically close to the goal line. Ed-Co's going to have to start deep in their own territory.
And in the 8-man game, it's a little different. I mean, as far as a lot of teams tend to not put somebody back. The field's so much shorter there. Ed-Co has a team only averaging about 6.5 yards as the highest punt return they've had this year average-wise. So first down, 10 yards to go. They snap it back to Stagger. Stagger brings it left side, and he's swallowed up, but gets positive yardage by the 6'8" Adam Stafford. But he'll bring it across the 5-yard line, pick up a couple. Second down, 8 yards to go. And you look at the punt returns this year for, once again, Waco. Reichenbach leads them, but he's only had 2. So overall there, they've, as far as punt returns, actually, they've only returned a total of 6 this season, I believe.
Yeah, punt returns are a little different in the 8-man game.
Yeah,
that's
28,
for sure.
Actually 28, and the total averages 2.5 yards. So there we go. Second down, 7 yards to go after a 3-yard pickup. Ingles is behind against Stagger, and he's going to throw the football, fumbles it, picks it up. It's a busted play, looking for Lang. He's open in the secondary, 30-yard line, and this is going to be a race. Shellman trying to track him down, but outside the numbers is Lang. 20, 10, gone, touchdown, got it. An impressive catch, 73 yards. Stagger had to regroup, but threw a strike to Lang in the middle of the field. And the Vikings now lead 14-0.
Yeah, Stagger had that ball drop out of his hands, so he had to regroup, and you saw Lang kind of stutter, and all of a sudden he decided to take off because Stagger threw it, led him perfectly, and that was a foot race, but nobody was going to catch Christopher Lang. He takes it to the house 73 yards.
So this is a great start for the Vikings. We're not even halfway through the first quarter, and they lead 14-0 and a chance to add more. They line up without a receiver now, and Ingles and Stagger are going to run the option to the left. Stagger's going to keep it, and he goes in untouched around left end for the conversion. 6:28 left in the opening act. 16-0. Vikings the early lead.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Ed-Co Playoff Football is brought to you in part by the Edgewood Reminder, Wolfie's Retreat Dog Grooming, Boarding, and Daycare in Manchester, Del Clay Farm Equipment, your Kawasaki dealer in Edgewood, Nutrient Ag Solutions, Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point, Kendrick Forest Products, buyers of standing timber, Edgewood Farm and Home, Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi, Blooms Flowers, Gifts, and more in Edgewood, and by Northeast Iowa Sub-Drains in Strawberry Point. So it's a 73-yard pass. Stagger hooking up with Lang. Stagger gets the conversion run, and it is 16-0. Vikings in the lead here with 6:28 left in the opening act. To launch it away, there is Miller. It is a kick that is short outside the far sideline, goes through the leg of Reichenbach, but he's able to pick it up, brings it across the sideline. There's a flag on the far side as he brings it out across the 20-yard line. Averts disaster there, and that was, again, Niles Reichenbach on the return there. So it's going to be a situation where Let's see what the penalty is, and this may be against Waco, judging by what we're looking at.
Well, they're backing up, so
Yeah.
I think they think this is a block in the back is what the official tells us.
So for Waco, a tough start here, but it's going to get a little tougher because that occurred at about the 15-yard line thereabouts, and it's going to be 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line on their second possession, trailing by a score of 16-0 right now.
Yeah, half the distance there because it's a 15-yarder, but they didn't have enough room, so they're going to start deep in their own territory.
So 1st down, 10 yards to go. Receiver split out right side. They're going to run the football. Then as Reichenbach gets out to about the 10-yard line, stood up there, picks up a couple. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. That was Stelkin in on the play, one of the Vikings, and a 2-yard pickup on 1st down.
Yeah, just a little different look that time, and Vikings were ready for it, able to wrap him up. Minimal gain here. Let's give him maybe 2 yards on that.
So it's the Vikings showing off their speed early in this ball game, and now Waco is going to try to bring that sledgehammer here. That's how they want to play this ball game. They want to be physical at the line and try to control the line of scrimmage. 1st down. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Snap back to Shellman, and they're going to run it with Shellman at the middle. Fake the handoff. He's tripped up there by Miller, actually brought down by Miller, just short of the 15-yard line. And it's going to be a pickup of about 4. Put him in a 3rd and manageable, at least. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Some eye candy, faking the handoff to the left, then brought it to the right.
Yeah, just give him a little different look that time, and Miller was not fooled by that, so a good stop there by Miller.
North Fayette Valley, by the way, has scored in the first quarter against Mid-Prairie and leads 6-0. 4:38 left in the first. Great start for the Tiger Hawks there.
Absolutely.
3rd down, 4 yards to go. Receiver left, and they are going to again run it up the middle with Shellman. Shellman's got 1st down as he gets out to the 20-yard line. Hoffman tracked him down from behind, but again, faked it on the run-pass option, brought it left side, and they're out to the 20-yard line. This is what the Warriors hoping to do in this ball game to shorten things up.
Yeah, a little misdirection that time, trying to get the defense to bite on it, to give them a little bit of space, able to get those 5 yards. So they've pushed themselves out to the 20-yard line, got away from that end zone a little bit.
And again, it's early. You're still very much in this ball game, but it would be nice for Waco here to answer on this drive. 1st down, 10 yards to go. Again, a receiver split out left side. And on 1st down and 10, Shellman is going to throw the football, looking over the middle. It is complete, and the middle of the field is wide open. It's caught there by Rafe Davison. Davison brings it up the hash mark. 25-yard line is where he's finally stopped short as he brings it across the 40-yard line in a big gain as they dump it over to the tight end over the middle. They're down to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, 33-yard completion there, and nobody picked up the tight end off the line, so an easy catch, but not enough speed to pull away, but a huge gain.
And again, Davison, a big target, 6'2", 192, and there was nobody near him as, again, they did the run-pass option and then just dumped it over the middle.
Yeah, almost like a jump shot, just dumping it over the line, and he had lots of room.
Their first completed pass is for big yardage. 1st down, 10 yards to go. And again, same formation with the receiver to the right. They're going to run it up the middle. Not much, maybe the 25-yard line. Again, that's Reichenbach. Picks up a couple of yards. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. So we've seen from Waco, as a matter of fact, they're going to give no gain on that, as it turns out.
Yeah, they've been pretty stout up front when they've gone to traditional set, but Ed-Co struggled with the power set and gave up the big play that time on the pass.
And one thing Waco is going to make you do defensively is you've got to stay honest. I mean, you've got to stay fundamentally strong because there's lots of things they're going to try to do to move you around. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Shellman again hands it off, but hit in the backfield is once again the runner, and rather I should say Reichenbach got the handoff. In on the play is William Hoffman once again. Hoffman making another stop. This is for a loss of 2 yards back.
And Hoffman came off of the blocker, spun around and looked, and he had the runner right there, so wraps him up, takes him down, and Reichenbach's going to go backwards, and we got 3rd and 12 here for the Warriors.
Yeah, Reichenbach, I thought for a second there it was 25, but it was 24. Niles Reichenbach, their senior, running the football. 3 receivers to the right. That includes Reichenbach. Spread out on the right side, and again, Shellman alone in the backfield. They get the snap, swing pass, and the ball deflected. It is knocked away by Connor Balls, deflected at the line of scrimmage as they try to swing it out right side. It is now 4th down and 12 yards to go for Waco, and at the 30-yard line, you might as well go for it, right?
Yeah, might as well go for it here, but that was a huge play there by Connor Balls because they had blockers out there on that little bubble screen, and they would have gotten some yards.
So 4th down, 12 yards to go here for the Warriors, and the ball is spotted at the 29-yard line, so they'll have to get inside the 20-yard line for 1st down yardage. They continue now with a receiver spread out to the far right, and that is Kellen Shellman on the far right side. So 4th down, 12 yards to go. Snap back to Shellman. Shellman, and there's a fumble on the handoff there, and it's the Vikings ball. Either way you look at it, and Connor Balls has the fumble. It was 4th down, so the play blowing up in its tracks as they handed it off to Niles Reichenbach. Stop for no gain. Fumble forced, and the Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Yeah, just nowhere to go there, and, the fumble just compounds it, but Reichenbach had no room whatsoever, and then the fumble. Vikings get the ball there. They've got their 3rd position.
After that
here.
big pass play, Ed-Co's defense really controlling the line of scrimmage those last 4 plays, as it turns out.
Yeah, absolutely. Doing a nice job up front.
1st down, 10 yards to go. Vikings lead 16-0. 2:50 left here in the first quarter. Spread formation once again. Stager gets the snap. It's a low snap, but he runs it up the middle. He's got 1st down, and Stager's going to race down the middle, and he's gone. 30, 20, 10, touchdown. Got it. Are you kidding me? On the first play from scrimmage after the fumble, Jack Stager, a 46-yard run. It's 22-0 Ed-Co.
And they're just scoring at will right now, and I think Waco just trying to catch their breath on the speed that's happened against them, coming off that, tough offensive set, not able to move the ball, and then all of a sudden, there goes Stager blowing right by 3 guys.
And again, you had a 73-yard pass on your last score, a 46-yard run here. It is 22-0 here in the first quarter. A tremendous start for the Vikings. They line up now with Miller as a halfback on the right side. Stager is behind Stager. Ingles is behind him. He gets the pitch. Ingles whirls into the corner, far left side, and goes in for the conversion. They're 3 for 3 on the conversions. 24-0. 2:43 left in the opening act. Vikings in control.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
One play, 46 yards for Jack Stager. Ingles runs in for the conversion. And again, our score 24-0 as Miller launches it away. Again, a line drive kick. It'll go back to the 5-yard line. It's picked up there once again by Reichenbach. Reichenbach brings it up the middle. Correction there. It is actually Shellman. Brings it up the middle. Slides across the 25-yard line. Lost his footing, and Shellman a nice return as he brings it out across the 25-yard line. 1st down, 10 yards to go. About a 20-yard return. They take over at the 27-yard line here. The Warriors down 24-0.
Yeah, this has been their best field position starting out, so hopefully they can try to get something going here, but this Viking defense has been stifling since that first series.
Yeah, Waco got down inside the 30-yard line their last drive, but got stopped on downs, a turnover. Either way, it was going to be the Vikings' ball. And here is Waco, empty formation here. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Shellman's going to run up the middle, couple of yards. Miller, Balls does a good job of reaching him by the lower legs as he ran by him. And it's only a pickup of a couple of yards. It is 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Waco has really struggled running the ball on 1st down early in this game.
They have, other than that power set where they started the game, they've kind of settled back into their normal set here and just not able to get those big pickups on 1st down, kind of playing from behind.
So 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Again, empty formation. And Shellman this time to throw the football. He's being blitzed, and he's going to be dropped for a loss at the 20-yard line. Stelkin, the first one there. Connor Ball's there as well, along with Ingles. And this is a major concern now for Waco, is Shellman shaking up on that play at the 18-yard line.
Yeah, that's going to be a loss of about 9 yards, and Shellman went down funny. I don't know if he knee went funny or if he landed on something, but he just kind of laid there right away, and he's sitting up now, but we'll see what they're going to check him out.
And it looks like he's pointing to his left ankle. So Shellman there, and again, he was sandwiched between a couple of Viking defenders as they were able to get through again. It's a loss of 7 yards, but again, you have to look at Waco, that Shellman has been your leader all year long. The junior has thrown for 534 yards. He has rushed for 1,000 yards this year. Nick West has seen some time at quarterback as a backup, the senior, but he's only thrown 33 passes this year. I mean, without a doubt, Shellman is the heartbeat of that offense.
Absolutely. You've got Nick West, 18 completions on 33 attempts, 185 yards. He has thrown 3 touchdowns, but I think what you lose there is the running ability. He's only carried it 14 times for -7 yards, so basically more of a drop-back quarterback, and they're going to lose the elusiveness of Shellman.
And again, Shellman, a tough kid, gets up, and you can see he's just going to work his way back and able to walk, I say, a little stronger as he gets his way back towards the sideline. So shaken up, so he will be out at least on this play, and it's 3rd down and 17 yards to go for Waco here. So now you've got a situation where it's going to be 3rd and forever.
It is, and you wonder if they were going to take a timeout to try to get him back in there, but I think Waco's just going to go with what they've got here on 3rd down, try to pick up some of this, maybe make 4th down manageable, but they just don't want to lose ground right now.
And again, as we see that on the sideline, the good news is Shellman able to continue to walk and actually not being attended to by a trainer on the sideline. But West is in at quarterback. Nick West, senior, 5'8", 145 pounds. And here is 3rd down and 17 yards to go. You line up with the receiver to the right. And again, out of shotgun formation. And they're going to throw the football, looking right side to the tight end. It is caught again by Davison, but he's brought down at the 30-yard line. And converging there was number 3. There was once again Miller, along with as well Batten. But they found the tight end open. They pick up about 11 yards, and it's going to be 4th down for Waco. And now you've got an interesting decision here. You trail with a minute to go in our first quarter here, but it is now 4th down and 6 yards to go. Do you look to punt for the 3rd time?
I don't think so. I think they're going to line up and go for this because Ed-Co's been a quick strike. You got to try to pick up 1st down.
And by the way, Shellman back in the ballgame, I believe. 4th down, I formation, correction, West State in. They run it right side, and they get 1st down yardage as they handed it off to Connor Sizemore, the junior, who brings it over to the 40-yard line just inside Ed-Co territory. They took a gamble on 4th and 6, and it pays off here for Waco. And by the way, for Sizemore, his 4th carry of the year.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't have him on my stats, so not a lot of carries, but that was a big one to pick up the 1st down.
So 1st down, 10 yards to go. Back to the I formation, Waco here. Back inside Ed-Co territory, and they run it right side again. And that is, Reichenbach, rather. I always want to say Dietzenbach, but that's a Turkey Valley name. As Reichenbach brings it right side, couple of yards down to the 35-yard line. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. So Niles Reichenbach, one of the seniors for Waco. 2nd down, I say we give him 3 on that, and I believe Waco's going to let the first quarter come to an end. Vikings, a great start here in the opening night of the playoffs. We've played 1, Ed-Co 24, Waco nothing. Let's take this time out.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard, and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Ed-Co Playoff Football is brought to you in part by Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi. Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, Springville, and New Vienna. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender. Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living. J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood. Rockwire Appliance and TV, the home of quality service with the lowest price guaranteed in Prairie du Chien, Waukon, Decorah, and Viroqua. And Ocator Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland. So welcome back here to, once again, Edgewood. It is 24-0. We've played 1 quarter, couple of scores. North Fayette Valley leads Mid-Prairie late in the first quarter, 6-0. And at the end of the first quarter, it is Wapsie Valley leading Starmont by a score of 12-3. We'll continue to keep you up to date on both of those ball games. Meanwhile, it is 2nd down for Waco. They gambled on 4th and 6 to continue this drive. 2nd down, 6 yards to go at Ed-Co's 35-yard line. And again, West stays in there. They run it left side, and that, once again, is Reichenbach. Reichenbach stretched out left side, just kind of bounced along the line, but only ends up about a yard ahead. Stretched out well by Ed-Co defensively. And I know Stelkin was in that area. Also there, Lang helping up from the secondary. And it's going to be 3rd down now and 5 yards to go for Waco.
Yeah, just been tough running here, and I think kudos to Nick West, the senior, stepping in and filling in for Shellman as they're still attending to him on the sideline. We hope to see him back on the field, but right now, Waco, third down, try to pick this up, but I think you're in four down territory.
Well, if you look, Shellman there is right alongside the coaching staff. It looks on the sideline. So they run it with the fullback up the middle. First down yardage, quickly busting through the middle there is Connor Sizemore again. Brings it inside the 25 down to the 20-yard line. They found some success running out of the I, and it's a first down for Waco, their best drive of the night, just inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Sizemore giving them a little change of pace there, giving it to the fullback, and he's able to get through that first wave pretty quick, and he's falling forward when he falls, so picked up a first down there.
So first down, 10 yards to go for the Warriors as they operate from the middle of the field. They continue in that I formation, and West on this play goes back again up the middle, but this time no luck. Stelkin there, he's able to fall ahead for maybe a couple of yards. Stelkin did a great job off the right side making the play. Stelkin, a sophomore, 6 foot, 205 pounds. It is second down and 8 yards to go, and of course, Stelkin is one of their leading defenders there for the Vikings. 2-yard pickup as they tried that fullback dive again.
And I just noticed that Hoffman is not out on the field. He is their defensive specialist being attended to by the trainer, so we've got some different personnel in there. Ben Piersbacher's playing the nose guard.
So again, it is second down, 8 yards to go. And on this play, they're going to run it. Toss play left side, but trying to get to the corner is going to be Reichenbach. He's able to slide by Stelkin, but quickly wrapped up there by, along with the defensive end there, Stagger, the linebacker, and coming up from the secondary, Lang, as he tried to bounce it outside. It's only a pickup of about, well, none.
No gain. They're going to stop him right at that line of scrimmage, and if Stelkin would have had him, that would have been a big loss.
And by the way, they're looking at the left elbow, it appears, of Hoffman.
I think he's bleeding. I think they just had a scratch, so they're trying to get him taped up.
Third down, 8 yards to go. This is where the Vikings earlier buckled down inside their own territory. Third down and 8. They go back again to the fullback in a couple of yards. As they get to the 25-yard line, there's a big pile there, and I don't know if they ever really bring him down. They don't. But they stop forward progress at the 25-yard line. Fourth down, 5 yards to go. 3-yard pickup again by Sizemore. And obviously for Waco, you need to go for this as you try to stay in this ball game with 9.5 left in the half.
And Sizemore, who hasn't carried the ball a ton this season, is now their leading rusher on this this early game here against Ed-Co.
Yeah, they found a couple of positive things here with running the football. So fourth down, 5 yards to go. I formation once again. Hard count there by West. West trying to get Ed-Co to jump off sides, and they do not fall for it, and Waco will take a timeout. So a big fourth down coming up. Timeout on the field. Let's take this break.
Getting to the age of 55 may have earned you wisdom, but Central State Bank thinks you should get something more, like a checking account that earns you interest. We believe you've earned the right to avoid fees for ATM and debit cards, wire transfers, cashier checks, and insufficient funds transfers. Call or visit Central State Bank today and ask about our Classic 55 checking. It's time you've got what you earned. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
So it's fourth down. It is 5 yards to go here for Waco. After taking the timeout, you have now, looking at the offensive there, Shellman is back in at quarterback now on fourth down, 5 yards to go after the timeout. So on 4th and 5, here is the snap back to Shellman, fakes the handoff. He's going to run it right side. First down inside the 10, and he's down to the 5-yard line. Looking good on that run. First and goal for Waco. Second time on fourth down they have converted, and they move the chains in the red zone.
Yeah, I think they're happy to have him back on the field. We'll see how he feels with that ankle, but he's going to stay out there, I think, for right now.
So it was 4th and 6. They were able to convert earlier. This one was 4th and 5. So first and goal from the 6-yard line, trailing by a score of 24-0. Waco here, their best drive of the game. And they'll line up again with those two backs in front of the quarterback, Shellman. And on first and goal, he fumbles the snap and is able to fall down on it. Just pulled away, trying to go left side too soon. Dropped it, but Shellman falls down on it. They maintain possession, but they lose a couple of yards back to the 8-yard line.
Yeah, just putting themselves behind a little bit there. They had great field position, but now second and a little bit longer.
And by the way, Hoffman back in the game for Ed-Co. So second down and goal. Let's see what formation they continue to go with that jumbo formation here without a receiver. Second down and goal, 8-yard line. Back to Shellman, gets the momentum going forward. He's inside the 5. He'll lean ahead to about the 4-yard line, and it's going to be third down and goal from the 4-yard line. Still a positive gain halfway there as they got inside the 5.
Yeah, I think a little quickness in Shellman's step there, trying to pick this up, trying to put some points on the board. Ed-Co defense got to stiffen up a little bit right here.
They put Reichenbach along with number 17, Sam Meyer, junior, 5'11", 170, line them up basically as H-backs, and then just snap it back to the quarterback, Shellman, and just rushes right behind them, and they just try to get a scrum going. So I believe they're going to continue in that formation. They are. Third down and goal from the 4-yard line. And here is the snap, same play. Shellman bounces left side, couple of yards, gets down near the goal line area. He's down to the 1. Looking like he was at first trying to bounce it outside, but cut back in, picks up positive yardage. But either way, it's put them in a 4th and short situation. 4th down and really about a yard to go. I'd say maybe 2.
Yeah, maybe 2 yards here. So obviously going for it at this situation, and Ed-Co defense putting 4 down linemen here, trying to get into that secondary before they can get to that line of scrimmage.
This is their 4th down on this drive. So 4th down and goal from the 2-yard line. And again, same formation, but now Waco wants to take a timeout, but we'll keep it right here during this timeout. Big 4th down coming up, 4th down, 2 yards to go. I want to pass along a couple of scores as Mid-Prairie has now tied North Fayette Valley with 8:21 left in the second quarter. That game is 6-6. We'll continue to keep you up to date. And as we mentioned, Wapsie Valley leading Starmont by a score of 12-3, and that was at the end of 1. Meanwhile, it's the second timeout used for Waco here, and 4th and goal. It looked like they were going to stay in that same formation.
Yeah, it did. It looked like they were going to try to just go jumbo formation. They actually took the big fella off of the ball so they could run behind him. So different guy snapping there, and they were running right behind the 6'8" offensive lineman. But I think they wanted to talk this over and figure out, hey, we've been getting 2 yards, 2 yards. We need all of 2 yards in this situation. Otherwise, we're done for. So I think they want to just make sure everybody knows what the plan is.
And they realize this is their best opportunity to get right back into this ball game. Want to remind you, our halftime guest tonight, we'll talk with Ed-Co girls basketball coach Steve Putz. We'll talk about the upcoming season for the Lady Vikings. He will join us at the half. And, of course, we'll have first half stats and also keep you up to date on the other games that are going on in the area tonight. 6:44 left in our first half here. Vikings lead 24-0. And this is now the I formation for Waco. On 4th and goal from the 2-yard line to throw the football left side, and the ball is knocked away, incomplete. They were trying to dump it to the tight end, Davison, over the middle, but it was Carson Ingalls getting back into the passing lane, knocking it down, and the Vikings get a stop on downs.
Well, and that was an interesting offensive set because that was Nick West as the quarterback. They actually had Shellman in the tailback position trying to throw Ed-Co off, thinking they were going to give it to Shellman. Went to that little dump it over the middle pass play that they did so well earlier in the set, but nice defense by Ed-Co.
So first down, 10 yards to go. Vikings get another stop from their own 2-yard line is where they operate. They work out of shotgun formation, and here's the snap back to Stagger. He's going to run right side, keep it himself. Gets out to the 10-yard line, bounces outside, first down. He's out to the 15-yard line, still on his feet, and he's out across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Stagger dipping and doing all over the field, and it's 1st and 10, another big play for the Vikings out of the shadow of their own goal line.
Well, and you look at Ed-Co and you go, okay, you're at their 2-yard line. Waco's licking their chops defensively going, we got to stick them here. And all of a sudden, Steger rattles out about another 22 yards to get him out from their own end zone and kind of put Waco back on their heels once again.
So first down, 10 yards to go. Vikings in control. Their defense has gotten 2 huge stops back-to-back. So once again, 1st and 10. The receiver split out to the right side. Stagger to throw the football again, looking down the far sideline, looking for Lang, but he's overshot by a good 6-7 yards on the far sideline. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10 yards to go. By the way, North Fayette Valley has quickly answered in that ball game against Mid-Prairie. They lead 13-6, and there is 5:51 left in the second quarter there. Tigerhawks battling on the road tonight.
Well, we talked about North Fayette Valley, a slow start to the season. They've gotten better as it's gone on, and we said they're a tough 4 seed, and I think Mid-Prairie, a great game for them, and right now showing, hey, they are a playoff team. They're supposed to be there.
So 2nd down and 10 as the Vikings tried a long strike on the previous play. And Stagger alone in the backfield. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. And on second down, 10 yards to go. It looks like the Waco Warriors thinking about bringing some pressure. They fall out of it. And Stagger to throw the football. Looking left side, open there. It is going to be Batten. Batten dances along the sideline. He's down the sideline. He's down to the 30. Slips a defender inside the 20 down to the 15-yard line. How he stayed in bounds, I have no idea. But Batten caught it. Just a quick out to the near sideline. Races down to the 25-yard line. Another big play for the Vikings, and it's 1st and 10.
Yeah, that was 41-yard play, and I don't know how he kept his footing and how he made that nice cut in the middle of the field, but made that a huge, huge gain.
So 1st and 10 for the Vikings as they have scored on every possession, of this game. So 1st down, 10 yards to go. 15-yard line, by the way, is where it's at. Stagger rolling out to the right, looking right side. He's looking for Lang. Far corner of the end zone. Catches it in stride. Touchdown. Got it. 15-yard pitch and catch right side. And the Vikings, 4 for 4 on drives. They lead 30-0.
Well, and that was just an easy rollout for Stagger, and had Lang beating his guy to the corner, so an easy catch for him. Waltzes in another touchdown, a 15-yard pass, this time to Christopher Lang.
It is the second time that Lang and again, Stagger have hooked up. So they have been right on the same page much of this ball game. 5.5 to go here in our first half. Now 30-0, and let's see if the Vikings stay perfect on their conversions. Pistol formation, Stagger to throw the football right side. He's got a receiver wide open, and that is, I believe, Miller. Balls in the back of the end zone. The tight end just ran up the middle of the field, catches it for the conversion, and they're 4 for 4 on their conversions. 5:29 left in the half. 32-0. Vikings in control.
Edgewood Auto and Towing is an automotive repair shop, tire dealer, and 24/7 towing service. We offer full service work on all autos and semis. Our highly skilled mechanics provide quality workmanship and will get you back on the road in a timely manner. Check out our current tire rebates by calling 563-928-7333 or stopping in to Edgewood Auto and Towing for complete terms and conditions.
Ed-Co Playoff Football is brought to you in part by Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waco-Ed, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. Furniture Showcase in Allwine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. And by Bacon Concrete in Postville. 32-0. It is a 15-yard pass play. Lang again from Stagger. Stagger has rushed for a touchdown, has thrown 2 touchdowns, both of them to Lang. And it is again a Stagger hooking up on the conversion with balls. And to launch it away is Miller. It is a short kick. It is caught there on the far side. That is again number 24 catching it there in Reichenbach. And he'll just bring it to the far sideline. Across the 30-yard line. Some positive yardage and correct. That was Sizemore, actually.
That was Sizemore, yeah.
44 and not 24. But he brings it out to the 29-yard line. He was the up back there. And it's 1st down, 10 yards to go. And again, the Waco Warriors had a great drive, but on 4th and goal from the 2-yard line, stop short. And in a couple of plays, it goes from you're back into this ball game to suddenly you're down 32-0.
Down 4 scores and just not able to punch anything into the end zone. Kudos to the Viking defense.
So 1st down, 10 yards to go. Empty backfield. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Shellman, left side, pass behind the receiver, but he comes back to catch it there. And that was, again, Reichenbach. And Reichenbach makes a nice play. It's for 4 yards, but he had to dive back, catching it. And it's 2nd down and 6 yards to go. Just a quick curl play on the left side.
And that was West. West is quarterbacking again out there. So a little different look.
And the 2nd down, it is 15 yards to go. And I believe there, it is going to be here. That looks to me, are you sure that's West?
Well, that was West who threw that one, but now it looks like Shellman's back in there.
2nd down, 6 yards to go. Shellman fakes the handoff. He's now blitzed in the pocket, steps up, avoids traffic, and he's going to run now. Across the 40-yard line, he's down inside the 35-yard line, makes another defender miss. He's inside the 30 and finally tracked down there in the secondary by number 7 in Dace Arthur, but not before the biggest play of the night for Waco. And it is Shellman running for 1st down yardage to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, 23-yard gain there, and ankle looks pretty good here. A little gimpy, but still plenty quick out there.
So 1st down, 10 yards to go. By the way, West now coming back in for Shellman. And Again, they're shuffling quarterbacks. Have to keep an eye on that, but it's the same jumbo formation for them here. Actually, they switch out of it, and they're now going I. First down, 10 yards to go. They run it again with Sizemore. Sizemore, solid yard, 5 yards off right side. Balls wrapped him up from behind. Also there from the secondary, Arthur again, but a good run on first down. One of their better runs. It's a 6-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, it's been interesting. They're giving different sets, and now they're giving you different looks at the quarterback position, and that I formation has been something that has had success tonight.
And by the way, West will continue on this snap. So second down rather, 5 yards to go. They continue in the I, right back again to Sizemore, the fullback, and he's close to a first down. A couple of yards short, stacked up by Hoffman and a host of Vikings there. And we'll call it third down, 3 yards to go as West checks out and Shellman comes back into the game. So third down and short, the type of drives that Waco looking to stay in much of this night. But we're down inside 3.5 left in the half. They do get the ball to start the second half, so they're hoping they can double dip here.
Yeah, they're hoping to maybe get a score, but tell you what, Ed-Co's been able to score quickly.
Third down, it is 2 yards to go. Receiver to the right, and they are going to run the football left side, and it is Shellman. First down, he's inside the 15-yard line. Tackled hard from behind by Stelkin, who brings him down short of the 10-yard line, but it's first down for Waco as they run the option to the left, and Shellman, a good decision there to keep it.
Yeah, I decided to tuck it away and, starting to rack up some yards here and a nice drive that's been continued here by the Warriors.
Yeah, you really understand how you rushed for over 1,000 yards this year.
Yeah, even on an iffy ankle here after that scary injury that kind of took him out of the game for a little bit, looking strong here.
So first down, they can technically get a first down without a touchdown just inside the 1. So first and 10, and they're going to bring it up the middle of Shellman. Shellman inside the 10-yard line just leans ahead. Stelkin among the Vikings there, and also there as well is Miller, but that's a 3-yard pickup at least. Second down, 7 yards to go now to the 8-yard line.
Yeah, it's been a steady diet of Shellman, and when West has been in there, they've been passing the ball. So it's getting interesting that they're having that difference because here comes West once again.
And again, the situation there where they've been able to run the football, so it's been a time-consuming drive. By the way, staying in the ball game is Shellman. So let's see what formation this is, as Shellman will stay as the tailback in the I formation. So second down, 7 yards to go. West under center here, and on 2nd and 7, toss play left side to Shellman, trying to get to the edge, and there is no chance. Stelkin, the first one to get him. Batten comes up from the secondary as well. Toss play to the left side, and the Vikings stop it in its tracks. It is third down now here. Third down, and still about 7 yards to go.
Boy, Keaton Stelkin is playing some nasty, nasty defense out there. He is sniffing out some of these these running plays and just penetrating so quickly. Got to Shellman so fast, almost a loss there on that play.
And the big thing is for Waco, they've had some success in between the guards, but unable to get to the edge. So now 3 receivers to the right on third down and 7 yards to go. And here is the snap back to Shellman. Swing pass right side. It is incomplete. He was looking for Casey Coakley. It's the same play they ran earlier. It was deflected on the left side of the line by Balls. But that time they tried to set up the 2 inside receivers to block. It was thrown too far in front, and it's fourth down again for Waco.
It looks like Waco's going to line up for possibly a field goal here.
Just maybe looking for some points?
Yeah, absolutely.
Get something on the board here. So if you're talking about kicking-wise this year, Reichenbach, by the way, is 1 of 5 field goal-wise, but he is 25 of 27 PATs, and this is a 25-yard field goal. Spot is down. The kick is up. It is blocked. The Vikings block it. The ball bounces at the 10-yard line, falling down there by Waco, but it's going to be the Vikings ball again. So the Vikings defense, I believe, William Hoffman with that one to break it down there and block it up front. And the Vikings get yet another stop inside the red zone.
Another huge defensive stop, and they just get their backs against the wall, and they get nasty. They get after it, and they did it again there, able to block that field goal. So Vikings are going to take over with a minute 11 with their fast strike. They've got a chance to score here.
At 1:11 with this team and 3 timeouts seems like an eternity if you're Waco on defense. So Waco has been able to move the ball their last 3 drives inside Ed-Co territory, but they have come up nothing. So spread formation. Stagger to throw the football again. He's got time. Steps up, and now Stagger is going to run. And he's pointing for some downfield blocking. He's across the 30-yard line, down inside the 40, stays on the far sideline. Stagger down to the 10. Outraces everybody down the sideline. Touchdown, got it. He has a 73-yard touchdown run. This is a 70-yard touchdown run. 38-zip, Vikings in the lead.
And he did such a good job using blockers downfield first. Quick as he was, he got his wide receiver to put a block. Then he got down, used another block to kind of change direction, bounced to the outside. Nobody touched him. That was an impressive 70-yard
He even had time to point out guys where to block.
Yeah, that was impressive.
And by the way, Stanger actually has 3 touchdowns. He's got a 46-yarder too.
46-yarder. The 73 was a pass.
Yes,
so.
that is correct. So it is first down and goal from the 3-yard line. Stanger to throw the football again, looking right side. The 2-point conversion. It fails. It's blocked down there by number 17 for Waco. And that once again was Sam Meyer. And the conversion fails. But it's all good for the Vikings. They lead 38-0. And we have 57 seconds to go in the half.
Experience high-speed fiber internet through Neat's fiber optic network with speeds now available up to 1 gig in and around Monona, Luena, St. Olaf, Farmersburg, and Postville. Don't forget, you no longer need to carry a phone line when you subscribe to internet in one of Neat's Freedom Plans. For more information on how to upgrade your services and the best pricing, visit NEITEL.com. or call today 877-638-2122. Neat, connecting you now.
Ed-Co Playoff Football is brought to you in part by Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena. Member FDIC. Car Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com. Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader. Clayton County Recycling in Monona. Myers Auto Service in Monona. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. And by Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door. It is again 38-0, 70-yard touchdown run there by Jack Stanger. The conversion fails, but it's 38-0 with a moving clock in the first half. Miller to launch it away, back deep to receive there is going to be again Shellman. Shellman brings it left side across the 15-yard line, and he's stopped short of the 15-yard line. And again, they have one timeout to use 51 seconds to go, and the clock will reset once the ball is spotted, and that's going to make it a little more challenging for Waco. As we mentioned, they do get the ball to start in the second half, but Waco is looking at this first half saying, boy, we missed out on a couple of great opportunities, especially in this quarter.
Oh, some point-blank opportunities missed, and they're gonna look at those as big differences, but that clock is going to go pretty fast now, continuous clock here to end the first half.
4th and goal from the 2-yard line didn't get in. Then 4th down from the 10-yard line inside the 10-yard line and didn't get in. First down, 10 yards to go. They're going to run up the middle, and that is again Sizemore. Sizemore, a good chunky yardage, 5 yards. And there's now 29 seconds with that clock moving. As I mentioned, Waco has one timeout, and it just appears there they may be looking to run another play if that's, and we will get to the half. But still an impressive ball game nonetheless by Ed-Co in this first half. By the way, late in the second quarter, Mid-Prairie has tied up North Fayette Valley 13-13 in the first quarter. And it is again at halftime, Wapsie Valley leads Starmont 20-3. Final play of the half, they run up the middle, and carrying it right side across the 25-yard line is Waco, and that on the carry, I believe, was number 24, and that was Niles Reichenbach, and that's how the first half comes to an end. A first half where Ed-Co has used the big play in their speed. Vikings lead 38-0 at the half. Our halftime show coming up next. We'll talk with Ed-Co basketball coach Steve Putz, the girls' coach, when our halftime show gets underway.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards. They offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com, and you can even set up a free website for your fundraiser. Epic Wear, walk on. Call 563-568-2301 to place your order today.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Scooters Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooters Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooters Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooter's Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooter's Coffee in Manchester.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
Ed-Co Playoff Football is brought to you in part by Lloyd Kelchin Grain in Edgewood, the Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader, Grow Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, and by Nix Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. This is KCTN, Garnavillo, Elkader, Iowa. At the half, Ed-Co leads by a score of 38-0 here at the break. Our halftime guest tonight, we're joined by Ed-Co basketball coach Steve Putz, the girls basketball coach. All right, Coach, let's first talk off here. When does season begin for you guys as far as practice?
Yeah, no, the season begins November 10th. That Monday there of the 10th is when we get things rolling here, so it's not too far away from now.
All right, now let's talk about first off who's coming back for you guys this year. Plenty of kids coming back.
Yeah, no, we'll have an experienced club back. We only had one senior last year that graduated, so we'll have 4 of the 5 girls that started will be back, so we'll have a lot of balance with that. We'll have 3 seniors that will be back this year with Lily Bariski, Rachel Eckelceder, and then McKenna Hofer. And then Ava Hofer was one of the starters as a freshman. That'll be a sophomore. And then I got Addie Smelzer that gave me good minutes last year. She'll be back contributing really well this year. And then I'll have Abigail Schilling and Kendall Whitman will be my juniors that I'll have this year.
And some kids that saw some time. You expect any newcomers to kind of add to that group at all?
Yeah, no, there's some good freshmen that are coming in they have like 5 or 6 freshmen. They're going to be giving me a little more speed than I'm used to having, so that's going to be nice to see. So I'm hoping to kind of make it a little more up-tempo with that addition with those freshman class, be able to press a little bit more and get things going a little bit quicker this year.
All right, the schedule has certainly changed drastically for you guys because Central City and Starmont not having girls basketball programs, at least varsity this year. So first off, how do you look to replace those on the schedule?
Yeah, no, exactly. And Elburnett left our conference because they're bigger, so that takes 3 teams out of our conference for no games. So that's 6 games we actually got to make up from last year's playing. So, yeah, it's been a battle, and it's hard to find. So that's why I've been kind of working on getting them. We were able to find some bigger schools, so it's going to be good competition between the Waterloo East and Independence and Wapsie Valley and some of those schools that we get to play now. So it's going to be good competition, and that's going to be is what we need because, I mean, we'll be all right this year, so we need the experience competition.
Yeah, playing up will be huge for you guys, without a doubt. That'll certainly pay off for you. All right, let's talk about the Upper Iowa, or I should say the Tri-Rivers Conference, the west side of the conference. It's kind of a shorter conference this year, but let's talk about the conference in general.
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be a solid again this year like it was last year. Last year we had the 4 teams that were ranked in the top 10 all the way through the whole year. This year I see three of the teams being probably ranked in the top 10 all year again. Springville actually should be near the top this year. They'll be ranked fairly high there, but they got all their kids back. North Flint will be solid again, and then Coconut Valley as well because they went to state as well last year. So those 3 schools will be pretty darn solid this year for us.
That's the strongest side of the conference. The other side, though, there'll be some teams that'll be challenging for you.
Yeah, no, they'll be compatible, and Cal Wheat's always pretty solid over there. Lisbon will be a little better. They gave us fits a little bit last year when we played them too. They're pretty solid. So yeah, we'll be, like I said, we have a lot of good competition. There's not too many easy nights that we'll have out there. So I mean that'll really get this group since we do have most everybody back. So I mean we played this summer out at Newell Fonda. We played out there. We played some of the teams that won state, that been to state. We played Newell Fonda, and we competed right with them this year. So I like what we did this summer against those schools. So I'm anxious to see, once the season starts here.
All right. We look forward to catching up with you this season. Good luck to you guys.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us here at the half. Once again, Ed-Co girls basketball coach Steve Putz, our halftime guest. The Vikings enjoying a 38-0 lead at the half. When we return, our first half stats, we'll get you caught up to date on the other games across the area when our halftime show continues after this.
It's back to school time and the fall sports season is underway. Hi, this is Dr. Jessica Wilkie of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona. We have lots to celebrate over here with the excitement of back to school and the recent wedding of our doctors Chase and Daphne Bruner. Dr. Mark Foley and myself would like to extend them congratulations and wish all our area students and athletes good luck this fall. We welcome new patients and look forward to seeing you at your next dental appointment.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
Ed-Co Playoff Football is brought to you in part by The Edgewood Reminder, Wolfie's Retreat Dog Grooming, Boarding, and Daycare in Manchester, Del Clay Farm Equipment, your Kawasaki dealer in Edgewood, Nutrient Ag Solutions, Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point, Kendrick Forest Products, buyers of standing timber, Edgewood Farm and Home, Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi, Blooms Flowers, Gifts, and more in Edgewood, and by Northeast Iowa Sub-Drains in Strawberry Point. At the half, Ed-Co leads 38-0. They led 22-0 at the end of one. They have scored on all of their touches in this football game. Ingles scored on a 13-yard run to start the scoring. Stagger added the conversion. Stagger and Lang hooked up on a 73-yard pass. Stagger's conversion run made it 16-0. Stagger had a 46-yard run. Ingles, the conversion run, it was 22-0 at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, Lang and Stagger hooked up again for the second time, a 15-yard pass. Stagger hit balls for the two-point conversion. Then the first half closed with a 70-yard run by Stagger. The conversion pass failed. It is 38-0. Again, Ed-Co here is in the lead. Couple of other updates from across the area in case you missed it earlier. At the half, North Fayette Valley battling with Mid Prairie. They're tied at 13. Also at the half, it is Wapsie Valley leading Starmont by a score of 20-3. We're joined again by Coach Aaron Hamann. Let's go through the first half totals. And the Vikings, first off, their numbers impressive.
Impressive numbers. Jack Steger on the ground leading the way with 5 carries, 146 yards. Those 2 impressive touchdowns. Carson Ingalls, 2 carries, 16 yards. He also has a touchdown. So 7 carries, 162 yards on the ground for the Vikings. In the air, Steger is 7 for 8. Had that one drop, but 178 yards and 2 touchdowns. Number 1 target's been Christopher Lang. He's got 4 catches, 130 yards, a touchdown to 73, and a touchdown to 15. Carter Batten also has 3 catches for 48 yards. So we've got 178 yards in the air, 162 yards on the ground, 340 yards of offense with not a lot of touches.
You talk about being balanced, though. I mean, how do you defend this, huh? When you can run the ball like that and throw the ball like that, it's a tough spot for any defense.
Yeah, any defense looking at this going, well, what do we take away? You know, do we take away the run? They're going to kill us in the air. Would you take away the air? They're going to go 70 yards for a touchdown. It's just been impressive what Ed-Co's been able to do tonight.
All right, for Waco, the numbers aren't terrible. And as a matter of fact, according to Coach Edeker, he said that was the big thing. Could they finish off drives, be consistent? And they've been good, really getting the ball twice inside the 10-yard line, coming up empty. They knew they were just opportunities they could ill afford to miss out on. And they have stopped by the Vikings inside deep territories.
Yeah, their yards aren't terrible. We'll start on the ground. The quarterback, Hayden Shulman, he's got 16 carries, 63 yards. Reichenbach's got 7 carries for 10 yards. And Sizemore, the fullback, 7 carries for 42 yards. So 115 yards on the ground on 31 carries. In the air, Shulman is, he is 1 for 3. West is 2 for 3, kind of sharing the duties there. Shulman with 33 yards, West with 15. But the number 1 target there is Rafe Davison, the tight end, 2 catches, 45 yards. Reichenbach, 1 catch for 3 yards, so 48 yards in the air. So 163 yards of offense in the first half, and they were knocking on the door twice and came up empty.
The other drive they had was inside the 20-yard line and got stopped. So, yeah, they've had a couple of great opportunities in this ball game. They do get the ball to start the second half, but now it's tough. You're down 38-0, and the clock is going to be moving. Ed-Co defensively bending but not breaking in this ball game. So let's talk about, first off, the start of the second half. Waco, I know the scores at this point it's lopsided, but I think you still got to stick to your game plan. Just, get something going here where you can finish something off.
Well, they came out that first drive, and they kind of went that power formation, a lot of scrum, running behind a couple of blockers, and I think they had success with that and got away from it. So I would look to see them establish that run, maybe try to get the defense sucked in a little bit, and then maybe throw that dump pass over the middle. Just try to get some positive gains. But I think the important thing, no matter how long it takes, you need to finish a drive off with a touchdown and points on the board. They tried to kick that field goal. That was blocked. They haven't been able to put the ball across that goal line.
All right, now for Ed-Co, obviously things went great this first half here. You want to stay healthy at this point. In the second half of this ball game, you're in control right now. You don't want to let Waco. It's 8-man, folks. We've seen games where it looks like it's over, and then all of a sudden here's a couple of scores, and it ends up with a quick strike offense. But I think if you're Ed-Co, you want to finish this baby off strong here, just like you did last week against Central, the way they played the second half.
Yeah, I think if Coach Hanna's talking to him at halftime, I'm sure he's talking about, we got to go out there like it's a 0-0 ball game. We got to have tough defense. We got to stop them on their first set. And then offense, you got to go score. And I think that's the message that he's going to put to them just to make sure you set the tone for the second half. The worst thing you could do with a lead like this is let them get a score, let them get some confidence, get back into it, and then kind of get stagnant on offense.
So at the half, it is Ed-Co 38, Waco nothing. We'll take a break. Second half action coming up. You're listening to Ed-Co Football on KCTN, Garnavillo, Elkader, Iowa.
At Freedom Bank, we're more than a bank. We're 100% employee-owned and proud to be part of the communities we serve. Our home equity line of credit is a smart, flexible way to use the equity you've built in your home. Whether it's home improvements, tuition, or unexpected expenses, Freedom Bank empowers success with local lenders you know and trust. Visit us today and let's build your future together. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. All loans are subject to credit approval.
There's a kind of magic to making memories, to finding time for the little things and the big things, the new things, and the things you'll do over and over again. It's the magic of a job well done and a well-deserved day of rest, of living life to the fullest with the people you'd never want to live without. Fairway, closed on Sunday, open for life.
Health powers life, from the delightfully routine to the truly uncharted. Building a relationship with a primary care doctor is one of the easiest ways to stay healthy. So if you don't have one, get started with Mercy One. From annual wellness visits to screenings and immunizations, our primary care doctors can help you be proactive with your health, ensuring you're ready no matter what life brings next. Find care at mercyone.org/healthpowerslife.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision, to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
How do you make everyone's favorite buffet even better? How do you make the country's best chicken even more exciting? How do you make Thursday the best night ever? Wing night at Pizza Ranch. All the wings you want, plus all your other buffet favorites. And for a limited time, try the sweet heat of our new Honey Hot Sauce. The country's best wing night is here. Taking flight Thursday nights, only at Pizza Ranch.
Ed-Co Playoff Football is brought to you in part by Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi. Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, Springville, and New Vienna. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender. Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living. J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood. Rockwire Appliance and TV, the home of quality service with the lowest price guaranteed in Prairie du Chien, Waukon, Decorah, and Viroqua. And Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland. At the half, Ed-Co leads by a score of 38-0. Let's talk about those other games going on tonight. North Fayette Valley, again, their problem had been kind of like Waco. They had a 3-5 record. Could they put together 4 quarters? And we've seen signs of them. We've seen them a couple of times this year. Put together those near 4-quarter performances there where maybe things have just bogged down for a quarter. But obviously they're playing the half they need to at Mid-Prairie, and that's a highly ranked Mid-Prairie team.
Yeah, that Mid-Prairie team is ranked 3rd in Class 2A, so that's a tough matchup for them. But I think a favorable matchup. They match up really well as far as abilities and what they can do and what they can defend. So good to see them competing there. We'll see if North Fayette Valley can have a good second half.
All right, now also in Class A, it is Starmont, and we knew this would be a challenge tonight going to Wapsie Valley. Great to see these two teams, though, meeting again for the first time in a number of years in a game that matters.
Yeah, long time since those two have played in a meaningful game, and nothing like the postseason to see a rivalry like that. They're fairly close to each other. It's surprised they don't play each other.
Yeah, very rarely have they ended up in the same district. But by the way, Wapsie Valley leads that game by a score of 20-3. North Fayette Valley and Starmont, by the way, are both 4 seeds playing at the number 1 seeds tonight. So they are, again, battling. Those ball games are at the half. We'll continue to keep you up to date. Meanwhile, Ed-Co leads by a score of 38-0. The 6th-ranked Vikings have been focused from the get-go of this game tonight.
Boy, they have been on point when it comes to offense, and their defense has just dug that hand in the dirt and said, we're not going to let you get through. Adjustments have been made, and I'm curious to see what these two teams bring out to start the second half.
And again, it will be Waco to receive as we're ready to go to start the second half of this ball game tonight. So to launch it away will be once again Jaden Miller for the Vikings. So back deep to receive, and now they're going to switch sides. Ed-Co and it is Waco. I think we're on the wrong side.
Feels like you're on the wrong side. You got to kick it over here. We're going over there. So
and
we'll play switchy.
Our officiating crew, led by Charlie Zahn, right on top of it. Still working hard in this ball game tonight on a cool night here as we get towards the end of October. And again, Miller to launch it away now from the the right side of the field. If you're watching here on our YouTube channel, it is Ed-Co going right to left, basically. So back to receive. Again, you have there number 24 in Reichenbach, and also deep to receive as well there, I believe, is Shellman as well. So to launch it away, Miller from the 30-yard line. Second half underway with a moving clock. And it is a line drive kick once again. It is caught, but going to a knee there, Shellman, but he's able to pick it up at the 5-yard line. Brings it, then slides down across the 10-yard line to the 12-yard line right there. So he almost picked it up down on a knee at the 5-yard line, but missed it. And because he was able to go back and pick it up, he was off that knee and able to return it for at least 6-7 yards for a first down yardage out to the 14-yard line is where they will start.
Well, and that would have been disastrous because he had plenty of room there. If he picks that up cleanly on that knee, they would have been deep in their own territory. This way, at least they're out to the 14, a little bit away from that goal line.
So first down, 10 yards to go. Again, you will see the clock fly here the second half. We'll only get stoppage. We get a penalty. God forbid we get an injury. Don't want that. And then, of course, after scores as well or a timeout. First down, 10 yards to go. They toss it left side. Carrying it there on the left side there is, again, Shellman at tailback. He'll bring it left side across the 15-yard line and get maybe a yard on that toss play to the left side. They've just had trouble getting to the edges. I don't think they're going to give him a gain in that at all.
Yeah, I don't think he got far enough. Ed-Co did a nice job of stringing that out. And, you know, the one thing I thought about with this pitch play, being Shellman's a quarterback, they could run, halfback option pass out of that pitch play, but they got to get some gains first.
Which they have run with Reichenbach this year, by the way. So back to the I formation. Second down, 10 yards to go. Then rolling out to the right this time is West, looking for a receiver. That ball is intercepted by Batten at the 32-yard line. They were looking for the tight end, Rafe Davison, but Batten was able to block him out there, go up for the interception, and the Vikings force a turnover. First and 10 at the 33-yard line in Warrior territory.
Well, and if you're the Warriors, this is not what you wanted to see, and if you're Ed-Co, gas on the throttle because your defense did it again for you. You got great field position. You're already in Warrior territory.
And Davison, who has had a couple of opportunities at tight end, open there. Batten was just with him and was able to get in front and go up there and out jump him to that interception. So first down, 10 yards to go for the Vikings. They'll line up here with 3 receivers to the left. Stagger alone in the backfield. First down, 10 yards to go. Stagger to throw the football. He's got some time. Now rolling back left. Nothing to the right. He's back at the 30-yard line. There's a flag down way on the back end of this play. Stagger's going to run it inside the 35-yard line and steps out of bounds at the 37-yard line, 34-yard line. But there is a block in the back against Ed-Co. That's the only bad thing, as Stagger was just running for it seemed like days.
He was just getting creative and using his feet to buy time and gets his blockers out of position. So this is going to go a little bit deeper. They're going to take that penalty, that 10-yard penalty.
Yep, so it's going to go back inside Ed-Co territory to the 37-yard line. So it only ends up being a 10-yard penalty, but they're fortunate because the penalty occurred about 10 yards behind downfield.
It did, yeah. It was interesting. But
if you'd have marked it off from the spot, it'd be 1st and 30. But instead, it is first down and 20 yards to go. And again, same formation for the Vikings, though now 3 receivers are to the right. 1st and 10, Stagger to throw the football again. He's going to step up, throw it, looking down the middle of the field for Batten. Batten open, catches it, 10, goes down to the 5, slips the defender and goes in for the score. Yet another big play. This is a 43-yard touchdown reception. Stagger to Batten, and it's 44-0, Vikings in control.
And you can see that developing. I think the sophomore Stagger did a great job of stepping up because the pressure came from the outside, so he stepped up into that pocket. Great job by the lineman to give him time and just led Batten. Batten able to outrun the defender there and finish that off for the touchdown.
So again, a 43-yard pass. Batten, his first touchdown reception of the game. As, again, Stagger throwing a few touchdowns in this ball game already. So he's rushed for a couple, throwing for a few. Here is your conversion with Ingles, and they run the option to Stagger on the right. He's going to cut back inside, trying to bounce to the left, slides between the middle of the defenders, reaches over for the goal line, but did not get in. The conversion fails. Good job by Waco, not letting him bounce any further. But with 9:13 left in the third, 44-0, Vikings add on.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
44-0, Ed-Co in the lead, and it is once again Miller to launch it away. It is a good kick, and it is Shellman at the 10-yard line. He'll bring it up the hash mark, gets out across the 20-yard line. Shellman turns the corner, gets to the 30-yard line, far sideline, and pushed out of bounds short of the 35-yard line, and it's first down, 10 yards to go for Waco, down 44-0. Again for the Vikings, a 43-yard pass, Stagger to Batten, and the conversion run fails. And again, our score here is 44-0, Vikings well in control.
Well, and you get to this point where you definitely don't want to ease up too much, but you also want to stay healthy. So I would expect to start seeing a little bit of substitution here, but the defense out there, starting defense out there, they've been doing a nice job of pitching a shutout. I'm sure they want to continue that as well.
Well, we saw it last week, and again, it was basically the third quarter. They continued to play the starters too, and you can understand that, and especially with the clock moving. I mean, we're already down.
Go fast.
He went out of bounds with 9:12, and it's already down to 8:15 before we get to this first down play. So it's booking. First down, it is 10 yards to go, and 3 receivers to the left, 10. Shellman going to run right side, and there is no chance. And what a surprise. William Hoffman again there making the play. Correction, it's actually Stagger that time.
Stelkin.
34 and not 44. Yeah, Stelkin, I should say.
Yeah, Keegan Stelkin just ditched his blocker and came untouched and took Shellman down.
So second down, 14 yards to go. You get so used to seeing Hoffman making those plays, and that time it was 34. So second down, 14 yards to go. And the Vikings here the defense continues to shine in this game.
Yeah, and they went back to that 3-man front instead of the 4-man front, and it's been pretty nasty up there.
So second down, long situation for Waco. 3 receivers to the left, empty backfield. Shellman to throw the football again, throws it right side. It's deflected by Balls, and unable to come up with it at the 30-yard line is his intended receiver, and I believe that may have been Tyler Rogers, number 22. Pass is incomplete. Third down, 13 yards to go. Balls brought pressure from the left side and got a deflection.
Yeah, able to disrupt that pass play, and they've been doing a nice job of just keeping Waco out of sorts on offense, not able to put consistent drives together and finish them off.
So Waco, again, came into this ball game losing 5 straight ball games, and we mentioned this earlier, to teams that all made the postseason. And this is the 6th team they have faced in a row that's in the postseason. Third down, 14 yards to go. Snap back to Shellman, brings it up the middle. Shellman gets out to the 30-yard line, pushes it ahead, about the 34-yard line. It's going to be 4th down, but it's going to be long. And it's 4th down, 8 yards to go. As the bottom of the pile there is Stagger, and it's 4th and 8 here. And I don't know what you do here if you are Waco. I mean, you're down. You're halfway through the third quarter here. And
I would think you continue to just go for it, try to pick up first downs, try to score, but they had a wholesale change here. It looks like they're going to go in punt formation.
And again, just because of where you're at your own 34-yard line. And let's see what they do. It looks to me like they're going to line up with receivers to the left and right. Looks like they're going to go for it. So here's your 4th down play, 8 yards to go. 2 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. And again, here is the snap back now to Shellman. And Shellman is going to hand it off left side, and there's no chance. They ran the football there with Reichenbach, who doesn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose a couple of yards inside the 30-yard line, down to the 29-yard line. Just really no chance for that play to get going here for Waco.
And I think that time they gave it to 12. That's Coakley. That's his first carry tonight. And just a little different look, but not able to pick it up, actually lose a couple yards, turn it over on downs.
So at the 30-yard line, it was where the Vikings take over for their second possession of this second half. It is first down, 10 yards to go. Receiver split left and right. They are in, once again, pistol formation. And on 1st and 10, there's movement up front, and I think this might be the center on the line. This might be Piersbacher, rather, moving.
Yeah, I think so. That came out pretty quick, and he tried to hike it quickly, and nothing going there.
When you're the center and you're the first one up after the snap, that's usually not a good sign. So the 5-yard penalty, and the Vikings have been all right penalty-wise in this ball game tonight.
Yeah, not too terrible. So they'll reset here. 1st and 15.
Yep.
Still in Waco territory.
Why does it say 2nd and 15?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. First down, 15 yards to go. We haven't had a play on this drive. So, again, they look to throw the football. Stagger rolling out right. He's looking long, throws it short instead. Batten sliding down at the 16-yard line by the right hash mark. Cannot come up with it. Incomplete. He was covered nearly by Rogers there, and it's now second down and 15
It's only
yards
second
to go.
down. There we go. We got it.
Well, now they got 4th down. Now they got 3rd down back up. So it's
second down. I know for a fact it's second down. And 15 yards to go.
So it looked like even the official in front was holding up 2 fingers there.
The official in front's holding up 2 fingers.
There we go. Now, 4th down again.
There we go.
Now we go to 2nd down.
We got
All
her.
right.
We got her.
About the only mistake tonight made for Ed-Co.
Pretty clean otherwise.
2nd down, 15 yards to go. Stagger's going to bring it left side on the direct snap. Gets inside the 30-yard line, near sideline, down to the 20, and there he goes again. 10-5 goes in for the score. Touchdown. Got it. Jack Stagger with his 3rd touchdown run of the game. It is 50-0. The Vikings' big plays continue.
Yeah, and earlier we were talking off air with some of the people up here in the press box. Stagger in the first half went over 1,000 yards for the season. Now he just continues to add another 35 yards tacked on to that.
And again, it is 50-0. 4:09 to go here in our third quarter. Ed-Co has not slowed down in this second half. And for Waco, this is what you kind of feared, is that their speed would show up here, especially on the edges. So here's your conversion attempt with a bunch formation to the right side. Snap back to Stagger, left side looking one-on-one for Lang, catches it near side, just an in-and-out move towards the sideline, and the conversion is good. 52-0, Vikings in the lead. Let's take this break.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Rock.
Looking for the best suppressors with seamless service? Interested in helping protect your hearing or have questions on the NFA process? Head to Stronghold Corp, your one-stop shop for premium suppressors and unbeatable expertise. Whether you're a seasoned shooter or first-time buyer, we can get the best brands and latest models to fit your needs. Enjoy hassle-free eForms electronic fingerprint processing with our state-of-the-art Cerberus LiveScan system. Contact us today by heading to stronghold-corp.com for more information. Stronghold Corp, where silence meets precision.
Ed-Co Playoff Football is brought to you in part by Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waco-Ed, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. Furniture Showcase in Allwine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. And by Bacon Concrete in Postville. 52-0 Vikings in the lead. Miller to launch it away again. That's another line drive kick, but that'll roll away and then just get into the end zone.
Barely.
Shellman let it go, and it just bounces across the goal line. It'll be brought out to the 15-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. And again, for Ed-Co, it is Stagger, a 35-yard run. The conversion pass there, Stagger to Lang, and it is again 52-0. Vikings in the lead now.
And we've got a continuous clock. So you look at this, we've had two possessions for the Vikings, 3 possessions for Waco, and we're almost done with the third quarter. Vikings have scored 2 more times.
Yep, first down, 10 yards to go. And they are going to run the football, and it's Shellman going to keep it. Shellman brings it left side. He'll get out near the 20-yard line, stacked up there. They finally bring him down after the whistle's blowing. But Ingalls, host of Vikings there on the play. For Waco, it's a pickup, one of their better runs there on first down anyway. And it's second down, I'd say 6 yards to go. So for Waco, coming into this ball game, and we've said this time and time again about Ed-Co, but speed never goes into a slump. And Waco was very concerned about Ed-Co speed-wise in this game tonight. Second down, 6 yards to go. Shellman is again going to run the football up the middle, and it is, again, number 24 in Reichenbach. Reichenbach gets out across the 20-yard line, rather, short of the 25-yard line, but third down, a relatively short situation. Last week, it was 60-20. Iowa Valley, a team that is undefeated and ranked in the 8-man game, defeated them by a final score of, they lost to, Waco did, to Iowa Valley 60-20. And again, their schedule is just brutal to close the year. Third down, 1 yard to go. They snap it back, and here's Reichenbach, rather. And he's got first down off right side across the 25-yard line. Lang, and also there is Miller, and it is 1st and 10. Another score to pass along here. It is North Fayette Valley having it the entire third quarter, almost, kicking a field goal with 3:35 left in the third, and leads 16-13. 8.5-minute drive nearly.
Wow, impressive, and finish it off at least with points, so to take the lead there.
Yep, Kendrick White with the field goal. So first down, 10 yards to go here for Waco, trying to get into Ed-Co territory for the first time this second half, and they're going to run a halfback option pass, but it's a backwards lateral. It is caught there by, Shellman. Shellman now with Ed-Co there defensively, tries to run towards the sideline, runs out of room as Stelkin chased him out of bounds there. So they threw it there, right side to the running back in Reichenbach. Reichenbach actually threw a backwards lateral, so it looked like a halfback option play to start. Threw a backwards lateral to Shellman, who actually could have thrown the football downfield, but there was nothing downfield, and they lose 4 yards on a little trickery.
Well, and I think that's setting up to be able to throw it, but there was nothing to throw to. There was no room for Shellman to run, so he ran out of real estate real fast. The loss of 3, they're going to say.
90 seconds left here in our third quarter. So second down, 13 yards to go for Waco. They've been certainly creative in this ball game tonight. And on 2nd and 13, Shellman is going to run it left side. Now throw it on the run. He's got a receiver. Slides by everybody in Rogers, but overshot inside the 30-yard line. Down the field. They had let the defender slide by defensively, but it is incomplete. And it's going to be third down, 13 yards to go. Trying to double check if that was indeed Reichenbach that time. And it is number 23.
3, I believe.
Yep, and that is Kellen Shellman.
Younger Shellman, yep.
Kellen Shellman, a senior, 6 foot 151. He's actually the older
Shellman.
The older Shellman.
Older Shellman.
but he was open on that far sideline as they were looking to boot it left side, and then pulling up there to throw the ball was once again Hayden Shellman. So third down. It is third down, 13 yards to go, maybe our final play of the quarter. And on 3rd and 13, they're going to throw the football, looking right side over the middle. There should be a flag there. There is.
Absolutely.
As they were looking for the tight end, looking up the middle there to Rafe Davison, and Davison was held by balls, dropping over the middle of the field. He had good coverage, but just got part of the jersey, and that is a penalty against Ed-Co. So that will, force likely another play here in our third quarter.
Yeah, like you said, good position there, but just grabbed a hold of the jersey and almost turned Davison around. So not enough for the first down on this, but enough to make this a lot more manageable.
Well, instead of third down and 13 yards to go, and the clock is going to start up, so Waco can conceivably take it to the end of the quarter, but they're going to have to snap it again. They told them to get the clock going here. Now it goes. But it's now 4th down here, and they're going to go for it. The sticks are not set yet, by the way, so we might want to stop play here. Yeah, we should probably do that.
Absolutely.
So the sticks originally started to move like it was a first down. Now they give the thumbs up from the sideline. It is 4th down. It is 3 yards to go, legitimate 3 yards to go here for Waco, and obviously they're going to go for it. So 4th down, short, Shellman continuing at quarterback, and they snap it. They're going to run Shellman up the middle. Shellman's got first down and is in the open. 30, 20, down to the 10-yard line. Diving for him is, again, this time giving chase was Miller. Runs out of room to not bring him down, and Shellman goes in for the score. It was Batten who actually dove for him, but Shellman races down the field for the big play of the night for Waco. On the board here now at 52-6.
Yeah, and Batten tried to catch his ankles there, trying to give chase, but Shellman got into the open there, found some green grass, and turned on the speed here, and it looks like we're going to kick the extra point, Dan.
Well, again, they've been good kicking PATs this year. Reichenbach is 25 of 27, so they're the rare 8-man team that's not afraid to kick PATs.
Yeah, most 8-man teams, they just go for 2.
What'd you have, 43 on that run?
44 on
44 yards there, again by number 15, Shellman. So the spot is down, the kick is up, high enough, long enough, put it on the board. 4 seconds left in the third. Waco on the board. Our score 52-7.
Top Gun Customs knows that the insurance company wants you to do all the work for them. They want you to download the app, take the pictures, upload them, then they want you to accept the paltry check they think will repair your vehicle. No, no, no. Top Gun writes an accurate estimate, takes the photos, and explains the repair process to you. Let Bob and the guys take all the worries out of your repairs. Call Bob or Nancy at 563-964-9899 at Top Gun to schedule your repair today.
At Veterans Memorial Hospital, it truly is our family caring for your family. We are one large family with the same goal, to provide exceptional care to our patients and their families. Our staff loves to care for those in their own community and goes over and above to give compassionate care in all areas. Thank you for choosing Veterans Memorial Hospital and allowing our family to care for your family.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
44-yard run. It is by Shellman, and that is, again, Hayden Shellman with the run. The conversion kick, good by Reichenbach. And, again, our score is 52-7. 4 seconds left here in our third quarter. So a late score by Waco as they continue to play hard in this ball game. And it will be, I believe, Shellman to launch it, or Reichenbach to launch it away again. But they also line up West there like he's going to kick off. But it's the left foot of Reichenbach. So this is for Waco, their first kickoff since the start of the ball game, and they had a touchback to start the ball game. So it is again Reichenbach from the 30-yard line. It's a shorter kick. This is returnable as it bounces up there, far sideline, and they'll return it there with, again, Stagger. Stagger across the 30-yard line, stops in the middle, spins. He's to the 30-yard line, brought down from behind at the 31-yard line. Good run there by Stagger. 1st and 10 for Ed-Co at their own 31-yard line. In the third quarter comes to an end. We go to the fourth with a moving clock. Ed-Co moving on to round number 2. They lead 52-7. Let's take this break.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what we do at Clayton Drug. We are committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. We are a full-service pharmacy offering services such as med packing to your home or mail delivery and online prescription refill. We also offer a cash pricing program on name brand and generic prescriptions. Call 563-245-2530 to find out more. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve us all in between.
Waco-Ed-Co Playoff Football is brought to you in part by Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena. Member FDIC. Car Auto Group online at karautogroup.com. Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader. Clayton County Recycling in Monona. Myers Auto Service in Monona. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. And by Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door. So again, our score, 52-7, Ed-Co in the lead. We begin this fourth quarter, and we expect some subs to start to make their way into the ball game here for the Vikings, as they do know that, again, if they hang on here and they're on their way to the victory, but they would be home next week as still the number one seed. First down, 10 yards to go, and Stagger is going to throw the football again. Looking right side, it is to Lang, catches it near sideline, steps out of bounds, 38-yard line. Again, just a quick out, and it's a solid gain of 7 yards on first down. Vikings working on some things here yet that they may need down the road, but this is a great start for them to the postseason. A team that reached the quarterfinals last year in the 8-man game.
Yeah, went against Bishop Garrigan in those quarterfinals, a very physical team there, and I think they're looking to avoid them maybe till the Dome if they can, but we'll know pods tomorrow at 10. They'll put them in groups of 4, and they'll kind of know their path for the next couple of weeks.
So second down, 3 yards to go, and they continue in the same formation with Ingalls behind Stagger. And on second down, 3 yards to go, a long look there by Stagger. They're on the play clock down to 5. Stagger's going to run the football, rolling left side. Stagger's across midfield. He'll step out of bounds. Good decision there at the 38-yard line. No reason to try to get injured at this point. And Ed-Co back inside the territory there of Waco, and the Vikings have not been stopped offensively in this game at all.
Yeah, offense has been clicking, and the defense gave up that score on that last possession, and you could see they were frustrated by that because they wanted to pitch the shutout. But, yeah, the offense hitting on all cylinders. Speed is tough to guard when it knows what it wants to do.
By the way, Mid-Prairie has quickly scored against North Fayette Valley. They lead 20-16 with 1:35 left in the third. First and 10, Stagger to throw the football. Wide open, right side, Ingalls out of the backfield. Inside the 30-yard line, down to the 20-yard line, makes a defender miss, stays on his feet inside the 10, somehow keeps his balance as he's pushed from behind and goes in for the score. Are you kidding me? What a pitch and catch there, and a great run by Ingalls down the near sideline. Yet another big play, 58-7.
A 37-yard pitch and catch there, and I think that last defender kind of gave Ingalls a forearm, like, oh, you're on your way down, I'll just help you. Ingalls keeps his feet, and gets himself in for the touchdown.
So Ingalls joins the party here as far as big plays for the Vikings. That's the scary part here. Think of this. Batten, Ingalls, Stagger, Lang, and also there as well, scoring touchdowns in this game.
Those are the 4 guys.
Yeah, those are the 4 guys that have all scored touchdowns in this game. Here's a conversion. Stagger looks in the back of the end zone. It is dropped. It was actually knocked away late on a pass intended for balls in the back of the infield, the edge of the end zone, I should say, and the conversion fails. 10:23 left here in the fourth. 58-7 our score. Ed-Co well on their way.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waco-On. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waco-On.
During spring and summer, severe weather can strike in a hurry. If you see a power line on the ground, stay away, keep others away, and call your electric utility. If there's a downed power line due to an accident, stay inside your vehicle until the utility arrives and de-energizes the line. Learn what to do if you see a downed power line. Doing the right thing could save your life. Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Ed-Co Playoff Football is brought to you. Welcome back here to, once again, Edgewood. Our score, 58-7, 10:23 to go in our fourth quarter. Here is Miller kicking it off again. That ball is sliding down for it, but fumbling the ball out of bounds is Crestwood on the near side at the 20-yard line. Good effort by number 12 trying to get to that ball in Casey Coakley, but it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line, and it is first down, 10 yards to go. So 58-7 is our score. It was a 37-yard pass. Stagger Again, another player, the fourth Viking to reach the end zone on the pass there from Stager, I should say, to Ingles for the pass. And Ingles, the touchdown reception. And again, it is a 58-7 Ed-Co lead. And they have been good tonight on offense.
Yeah, some different guys out there right now changing up the defense.
So first down, 10 yards to go, and Shellman runs the football, and carrying it right side is going to be, again, Reichenbach. Reichenbach, a couple of yards, gets across the 20-yard line. He'll be out to the 23-yard line. Second down, 7 yards to go. So, yeah, a couple of players starting to maybe make their way into the ball game, but...
Yeah, Steger's not out there, and he hasn't played a lot of defense tonight. Batten's not out there. Hoffman's on the sideline now, so trying to keep some of those guys healthy as we go into that next round.
That's been a big story for Ed-Co this season. They have, again, knock on artificial wood, and trying to stay healthy. They have been mostly healthy much of this year.
They have stayed healthy most of this year.
That has been huge. And second down, they run the football left side. Shellman is going to keep it. Shellman gets across the 25-yard line, and he'll be near side to the 29-yard line. It'll be third down and short, and third down about a yard, maybe a half a yard to go for the Warriors. The one thing we've got to tell you about Waco, this is, I believe, their fifth year in the postseason in a row. They've been one of the better eight-man programs, even in the last 10 years. And this is a roster that has a ton of kids.
It does. They've got a lot of guys on the sideline. Ed-Co's got a lot of guys too, but just impressive. And we talk about the schedule they played. Man, they had a brutal schedule to finish this year.
They must have here a whole sheet full. It's the size of a 2A roster. They snap it to Shellman. Shellman has first down as he just brings it up the middle to the 31-yard line. Yeah, I mean, it's incredible, the number of kids. This has to be one of the biggest teams in eight-man as far as rosters that they have.
Yeah, it's got a number of kids out there and, a couple injuries on the sideline, but most of their kids look healthy as well.
So first and 10. We always talk about when we make copies of the roster, a lot of times you can put them on one sheet, even the 2A schools. But few schools, they have so many kids out, that doesn't happen. Well, for, again, Waco,
38 kids.
Barely just enough there to have on the roster. First down, 10 yards to go. Pick up a yard up the middle as Dace Arthur up from the secondary making the play. And it's second down. It is 9 yards to go. But obviously, it's a team that will return their quarterback in Hayden Shellman. That's a good place to start. Carter Bailey, by the way, a sophomore, in on that tackle for Ed-Co. 5'10", 245 pounds, as we'll try to pass along as some of these names kind of come in and out of the game for you.
And I think that ball carrier that time was number 17, so that's a new number for
So
us.
they're going to their subs with Sam Meyer, and they run the football again right side, and this time it's the regular starter in Reichenbach. Reichenbach across the 35-yard line, right hash mark. He's up to the 38-yard line. So talking with their coach, Coach Edeker, he had said that we need to play our best game to have a shot in this ball game tonight. And I think they look at this first half of this ball game as, they'd been down, but they'd have still been in the ball game had they scored on those couple of drives inside the red zone.
Yeah, that would at least made it a ball game at halftime instead of looking at this going, this is just unsurmountable, just so much defense, so much offense and speed. It was a lot to take in for them.
And again, after that one stop, it was Ed-Co. Within a couple of plays, there's a 70-yard run. So third down, it is 4 yards to go. And again, there's some miscommunication. They fumble the football as West bounced into his fullback in number 17, Sam Meyer. And again, they fumble the football, but it's fallen back down on by Meyer, but they lose a couple of yards. It is fourth down. It is 5 yards to go. But Waco is a program that, they're going to be in the mix in their district.
Well, you look at their quarterback is a junior, so they're going to have him back. A couple of their receivers are juniors, so they've got some guys with some experience and some, plays that are going to step back in here and give them another shot next year.
And it's going to be fourth down, 5 yards to go. Obviously, they're going to go for it, and they are going to run the football left side, and it's a fumble, but falling back down on it, back into the ball game was Shellman at quarterback. He falls down on it at the 31-yard line on a mis-exchange on the read option, and either way, it was fourth down, and the ball will go to the 33-yard line where Ed-Co will take over. And again, it's been that kind of night for the Warriors.
Well, if you want to look at what the Vikings have done defensively, you just have to look at how Waco has finished drives. They had a punt, a fumble, turnover on downs, blocked field goal, interception, turnover on downs. They had the one touchdown. Otherwise, it's been a defensive stand by the Vikings.
First down, 10 yards to go, and a high snap as Miller's now in a quarterback. They run it right side. The first carry of the night for number 16, and that is Carter Knipper, a sophomore, 5'11", 145 pounds on the carry. And again, we mentioned Lots of subs coming into the ball game now for both teams.
Yeah, Miller at quarterback. We've got
Brady Tyne.
Yep, Brady Tyne's in there.
Junior, 5'8", 195. Also in there as well as number, I believe Cooper Brown into the ball game. And Cooper Brown is a junior, 6 foot, 160 pounds, as a receiver near side. Second down, 10 yards to go, inside 5 minutes to go here in this football game. Millard's going to bring it left side, trying to get to the edge, not much, and he's able to slip a tackle, dive ahead for a couple of yards to the 32-yard line. So a situation there that Ed-Co, we don't know who they'll play, but this is a team that is going to present some problems for a lot of area teams.
Well, and we've said it all year long. They have speed, and they have speed in lots of different places on a lot of weapons. Evidenced again tonight, 4 different guys finding the end zone multiple times. And it's just hard to take something away with them because you don't know what they're going to bring at you right away.
So, again, third down, 8 yards to go. Moving clock here to close the season for Waco and for Ed-Co to move on into the next round. So on third down, 8 yards to go, Miller rolling out to the right, looking to throw the football. He's going to be now tucking it and running it right side, gets inside the 30-yard line, down to the 27-yard line, chased out of bounds by Meyer. It is going to be a situation there of fourth down now, 5 yards to go. As far as low point total of this season, this is the lowest point total for Waco. Their previous low was against Fremont Mills, which they lost 54-13. Otherwise, they scored 20 in a loss to Iowa Valley, scored 33 against Springville in a 52-33 loss, lost that English Valley shootout 54-52, scored 24 against Belle Plaine. So what Ed-Co's doing tonight defensively says something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fourth down, obviously the Vikings to go for it. Miller looking left side, pass deflected. It is incomplete, and it will be, again, getting a stop on downs is Waco. Number 27, Harley Larimore, a senior, deflecting that pass at the line of scrimmage. First time the Vikings have turned the ball over. And, again, it will be Waco's ball. The clock goes to 3 minutes, and this may be the last opportunity for the Warriors.
Well, and you look at that, and it speaks volumes for the Vikings on what they did defensively, but this is uncharted territory for Waco. They're not used to being in this kind of, deficit and not able to move the ball and not able to finish drives. And Coach Edeker talked about we got to keep this close and keep this a ball game, and they weren't able to do that tonight.
So first down, 10 yards to go. As we're inside 2:45 as they line up in the I formation. And on 1st and 10, they're going to run the football the fullback and maybe a yard up the middle. Number 5 is in at quarterback in Jonah Miller, a freshman, 5'10", 116. Handed the ball up the middle. And
number 41.
Yep, and that is number 41, Jacob Graber, 5'6", 140-pound freshman. The other thing, Waco does have a number of freshmen out for football, but a big junior class that will return for them next year. For the Vikings, boy, I tell you what, this is a good way to start the postseason on basically in every phase of the game.
It is, and they're hoping for a favorable pod come tomorrow morning, but they certainly send a message tonight.
2 minutes to go. Second down, 10 yards to go for the Warriors. And they are going to hand the football right side. Carrying it there is, I believe, number 10 in Easton Whittemore. He is a junior, or a freshman rather, 6'1", 148 pounds. And maybe a yard. It's going to be third down. It is 9 yards to go. We will probably just have a couple of snaps here, and the game will come to an end. So in the situation that the Vikings will likely be home next week, that's what's expected next week, because they're ranked 6th in the 8-man game. They would be undefeated, and they will try to keep the top 8 teams basically away from each other as long as they can.
Yeah, they'll host next week, hoping to get a favorable draw for the next 2 weeks.
3rd and 9. The left-handed quarterback drops back and is sacked for a loss back at the 20-yard line. That was, again, Miller. Miller did not have much time. Who got in there for the Vikings? Well, back there is number 9, Tucker Balsinger, a junior, 5'10", 175 pounds.
Number 11, Dakota
and
Hansel.
that is, Hansel, a junior, 5'10", 150. And this group finishing off strong for the Vikings in this game. It is 4th down, 17 yards to go. A minute to go here in our fourth quarter, and obviously Waco is going to go for it. So the Vikings will, after finishing their second straight season undefeated, will improve to 9-0, and Waco will close the season with a record of 3-6. So we look forward to seeing where Ed-Co will again play, who they will play next Friday night. We'll be here for the ball game. on KCTN FM 100, live video streamed on KCTN.com. Meanwhile, fourth down, it is again 17 yards to go, and they are going to run the football up the middle, and then not much, stacked up at the 20-yard line, and it is now on downs. It is going to be first down, 10 yards to go for Ed-Co. Inside 20 seconds, they do not have to snap it. Another score to pass along. Wapsie Valley leads Straumont at the end of 3, 43-3. Meanwhile, another field goal for North Fayette Valley makes it a 2019 game with 9:44 left in the fourth quarter of that game. Meanwhile, the game comes to an end here, and it is Ed-Co excelling in every phase of the game tonight. It is the Vikings putting up a total of 58 points, holding Waco to 7, and into round number 2 goes Ed-Co, victorious tonight by a final score of 58-7. With the win, the Vikings are 9-0. Waco closes the season with a record of 3-6. We'll take a break. Game stats, coaching interviews coming up. Your postgame show is on the way. You're listening to high school football from KCTN Sports.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waco-Ed. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waco-Ed.
During spring and summer, severe weather can strike in a hurry. If you see a power line on the ground, stay away, keep others away, and call your electric utility. If there's a downed power line due to an accident, stay inside your vehicle until the utility arrives and de-energizes the line. Learn what to do if you see a downed power line. Doing the right thing could save your life. Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Being good at life means getting your finances in order so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of experience, New York Life Insurance Company offers insurance and financial solutions you can benefit from while you're, well, living. For trusted guidance, contact your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer with your Vision Financial Group, proudly located and serving the beautiful Guttenberg community. Call Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. Start planning today for peace of mind tomorrow. Your Vision Financial Group is not owned or operated by New York Life.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Ed-Co Playoff Football is brought to you in part by Lloyd Kelchin Grain in Edgewood, the Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader, Grau Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a crop, harvest wisely, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, and by Nix Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. This is KCTN, Garnavillo, Elkader, Iowa. Welcome back to Edgewood. The Vikings into round number 2. Impressive win tonight by a final score of 58-7. Offensively, it started on the opening drive. Ingles scored on a 13-yard run. Stagger's conversion run made it 8-0. They followed that up in the next possession. Stagger hooking up with Lang on a 73-yard touchdown pass. The Stagger run made it 16-0. Then on the following drive, Stagger a 46-yard run. Ingles had the conversion run. 24-0 was our score at the end of one. In the second quarter, it was Stagger hooking up with Lang on a 15-yard pass play, and the conversion there was for 2 was good as Stagger hooking up with Balls for the conversion. Then Ed-Co scored on a 70-yard run. This was after getting a stop inside the 10-yard line on defense. The conversion pass failed. We went to the half with an impressive 38-0 lead for Ed-Co. They continued in the second half on their first drive. Batten and Stagger hooking up on a 43-yard pass. Conversion run failed. 35-yard run by Stagger. Stagger and Lang hooked up for the conversion. Then Waco finally got on the board with the score 52-7 as it was Shellman, their outstanding quarterback, on a 44-yard run. The PAT made it 52-7. Ed-Co finishes it off there on a 37-yard pass. Stagger to Ingles. The conversion failed, and that's our final score, 58-7. We turn things over to Aaron Hammond. Let's go through the first half totals. Let's start here. First off for the Vikings.
Well, for the Vikings, we'll start on the ground. Jack Stagger, 7 carries, 186 yards. He had touchdowns of 46, 70, and 35. For Carson Ingles, he had 2 carries for 16 yards, including a 13-yard touchdown. Jaden Miller, 2 carries for 4 yards. Carter Knipper, 1 carry for no yards. 12 carries, 206 yards tonight for the Vikings.
So think about that. In this ball game, they averaged almost 18 yards a carry in this game tonight. Impressive. I mean, big play after big play.
In the air, Jack Stagger was 9 for 11 tonight. He had 4 touchdown passes. He threw for 222 yards, so impressive there. But he had his number 1 target was Christopher Lang. He had 5 catches, 137 yards. He had a 73-yard touchdown. He had a 15-yard touchdown. Carter Batten had 3 catches for 91 yards, including a 43-yard touchdown reception. And Carson Ingles had the 1 catch for 37 yards. That was a touchdown reception. So 222 yards on the ground, 206 yards in the, 222 yards in the air, 206 yards on the ground. So 428 yards of offense tonight for the Vikings.
And it just shows you the balance, what they can do, whether running the football or passing the football. But you've got to give some props. One thing that's probably lost about this team is the job the guys doing up front, that offensive line.
Yeah, absolutely. The guys up front just got after it, gave them time, knew when to flood it out and run block and when to hold their blocks and let them pass and getting downfield. The wide receivers letting blocks, just a great team effort all the way around.
And the guys we're talking about up front, Keegan Stelkin and Brady Tyne, the guards, and Ben Piersmacher, the anchor of the line there at center. Those are the totals for Edgewood-Colesburg. Let's go to the totals now for Waco.
For Waco, on the ground, Hayden Shellman ends up with 24 carries, 113 yards. He had that 44-yard touchdown run, their only score. Niles Reichenbach had 12 carries, 29 yards. Sizemore, the fullback, had 7 carries, 42 yards. Then we had Coakley with the carry, loss of yards. West a carry for loss of yards. Meyer, 2 carries for loss of yard. Graber, no gain. Whitmore, no gain. So 50 carries, 174 yards on the ground. Now in the air, Shellman had 1 completion out of 5 attempts for 33 yards. And Nick West had 2 completions out of 4 attempts for 15 yards. Niles Reichenbach with 1 reception for 3. And Rafe Davidson had 2 catches for 45. He had that nice gain early in that first quarter, that little tight end over the middle. So 222 yards of total offense for the Warriors tonight in a losing effort.
Yeah, and again, in the first half, the yardage was certainly better than that. It had about 160 yards at the half. But we mentioned this, they missed out on a couple of opportunities in the second quarter that could have made it a game at that point. Opportunities that they knew they had to just finish off and come up with in this game to have a chance.
Yeah, they get those scores. I think it's a little different to finish. I think Ed-Co still holds on and wins, but it definitely gives Waco a little more momentum, able to maybe battle back in that second half instead of looking at that monumental, we're down big and the continuous clock, and it's going to be hard to get back into this.
All right, and the big thing is for Ed-Co, though, it was both phases in this ball game tonight. Special teams, too. There was no miscues on that end in that regard. But the big thing is offensively and defensively tonight, holding a team like Waco to a season low in points at 7 points here.
Yeah, and I think Waco knew, You know, we've had a tough run, but they were glad to be in the playoffs. They knew this was going to be a tough goal for them. Boy, Ed-Co came out and just kind of punched him in the mouth and got after it, both aspects, offense, defense, special teams. Waco just kind of got shell-shocked with all that.
Yeah, think of this. Waco closes the season 3-6, 6 consecutive losses to teams that are all playing tonight.
Yeah, all playoff teams, all really good teams for sure.
We'll take a break. When we return, we'll talk with Ed-Co football coach Alex Hanna. Vikings victorious 58-7. Back with more after this.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Central State Bank provides a complete line of lending services to help you get the best out of life. From home mortgages and equity loans to vehicle and personal loans. We have expert lending professionals who will work with you to provide options to address your needs. At Central State Bank, you won't deal with a branch or department. You'll deal with a banker who is dedicated to you. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. We have a nice selection of clean used units available along with new units. Contact Brian, Sawyer, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase. To keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play, schedule your service work with Brian or Nathan by calling 563-245-1100 or stop into TNT Power Sports north of Valcator on Highway 13 for all your sales or service work. Welcome back to Edgewood. Post-game show continues. Ed-Co impressive tonight, 58-7. We're joined by their head coach, Alex Hanna. Coach, we'll talk about all the offensive and all the gaudy stats in this ball game, but the big thing is let's start defensively tonight as that team, that side of the ball, again, came up huge time and time again.
Yeah, they're gritty guys. You know, they gave up a bunch of rushing yards. It seemed like in that first drive or two there, right up the middle. But it seems like once we get inside about the 15, I don't know if they get serious or what's going on there. But, you know, we brought some pressure inside the 10, gave them a couple looks that they probably hadn't seen with corner blitzes and things like that, and D-backs or D-ends dropping out. But they just have they have a lot of pride. They take a lot of pride in what they do. And they are definitely they don't like giving points up, which I love.
Yeah, absolutely. 6 points last week, 7 points this week. As we mentioned, that is a season low for Waco this season. All right, offensively, though, this is 222 yards passing, 206 yards rushing. Just shows what this team can do.
Yeah, we've harped on it for a while. We need to be dynamic, both running the ball and passing the ball. And I think that we're able to do that. Jax is always the engine on that. You know, like I said, we give him free rein to do what he needs to do. There's a lot of times when we got a pass called and he takes off running because he sees a lane. We let him do that. But I thought the line blocked well. I thought our receivers again blocked well. And the whole team, I'm just so proud of the guys because they're okay doing the dirty work. You know, Carter Batten, I don't know if Carter Batten had a catch in the first half, maybe one. But he sprung 2 touchdowns, I believe, one for Carson, one for Jax, blocking 20 yards, 30 yards, 40 yards, 50 downfield. So very proud of all of the effort from the boys offensively.
Yeah, Stagger went 9 of 11, 4 touchdowns out of those 9 completions, 222 yards, rushed 7 times for 186 yards and 3 touchdowns. We talked about Jackson, the job he does, but the receivers, Lang, you mentioned the blocking, but he had 5 catches, couple of touchdowns. Batten had a long touchdown reception, Carson Ingalls as well.
Yeah, they can do it all. We are blessed with kids like I said who want to work hard, but we're also pretty unselfish. You know, when the ball gets spread around, everybody gets a little piece of the pie. But at the end of the day, all we care about is the score that's on the scoreboard. You know, 58 points is great, but we want to win by 1 more point than our opponent is all we really care about at the end of the day.
All right, now, round number 2. Obviously, you came out of this ball game healthy, it appears, right?
Correct, yep.
Which is huge, but any idea next week?
Yeah, well, I'll stick to my let the fans at home decide. But we are at home again, which we've earned the right to be home for a second game. All we can focus on now is enjoying the win tonight. Like I said last week, we're going to enjoy this tonight. The boys were super excited, obviously with a great home win. But next week at 10 a.m. tomorrow, it all starts all over again, and that is our focus. You know, these guys started the season with some goals, and now it's the postseason. A lot of the goals that we have set, we have accomplished. So we're going to have to start looking at, with our captains, what are our goals for the next game and the game after that if we're lucky enough to keep winning, because this team, I believe this team has a really high ceiling. They can go about as far as they want to go and about as far as they're willing to execute and sacrifice for each other for. So we're feeling good right now, but we have to start all over again at the bottom on Saturday morning.
Yeah, I got all the makings of being a problem for a lot of teams. We'll
talk
to you next week and look forward to it.
All right, thanks, Dan.
Once again, Ed-Co football coach Alex Hanna talking things over there about his Viking team victorious tonight, 58-7. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll update you on the other games that are going on right now, and we'll wrap things up from Edgewood. You're listening to high school football from KCTN Sports.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. We have a nice selection of clean used units available along with new units. Contact Brian, Sawyer, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase. To keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play, schedule your service work with Brian or Nathan by calling 563-245-1100 or stop into TNT Power Sports north of Elkader on Highway 13 for all your sales or service work.
NEAT is connecting more and more homes and businesses to reliable, fast broadband internet in Northeast Iowa. NEAT's fiber optic network has expanded and is now offering speeds up to 1 gig in and around Monona, Lewena, St. Olaf, Farmersburg, Postville, and surrounding rural areas. NEAT Fiber provides high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light. For more information on how to upgrade your speed and services, visit NEITEL.com or call today 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Welcome back once again to Edgewood. Let's update you on the scores. It is Wapsie Valley on their way, defeating Starmont by a final score of 43-3. Well, it's actually not final in the fourth quarter, but Wapsie Valley on their way, winning 43-33. Starmont's going to come up short in the postseason in this round number one, but remember,
not 33, 43-3.
It's a 40-point game. And by the way, too many threes in there. Yeah. But the reason why I'm going to say that is because Starmont started the year 0-3, and for them to get to the postseason after that slow start, they made some changes. A good run for them.
Yeah, they had a nice second half to their season, but a juggernaut tonight with Wapsie Valley, one of the top teams in the state.
And Mid-Prairie, by the way, has scored. And, by the way, this is now a final. Maquoketa Valley beat Starmont 50-3, or Wapsie Valley over Starmont by a final score of 50-3. The score we got said MV, but it's
Wapsie Valley.
Supposed to be WV. 50-3, the final score there, Wapsie Valley over Starmont. With 4 minutes to go, it is Mid-Prairie leading North Fayette Valley 27-19 in the fourth quarter of that ball game. The Tigerhawks have battled throughout, but Mid-Prairie up by 8 with 4.5 to go in that opening round matchup. And a North Fayette Valley team that entered tonight's postseason just like Waco had a 3-5 record.
Yeah, and a 4 seed, and unfortunately had a couple of drives where they had to kick field goals, made the field goals, but 3 points versus 6 points, that makes a big difference in that final score.
All right, so now let's talk about, we mentioned Waco closing the season 3-6, and nothing wrong at all. Again, 6 losses here to close the season, but they were 6 teams playing tonight, so you played 6 out of the top 32 teams in the 8-man game. You know that it's a program that just every year they continue to be in the mix. Meanwhile, for Ed-Co, boy, this is a type of effort. You see this. Again, this is a team that can certainly continue to make some noise.
Well, if you're an 8-man team out there who gets through tonight and you start looking at teams of who you might play, this is one of those where you go, we're going to have to watch a lot of film, and how do you simulate the speed and the elusiveness that you saw here tonight? That's difficult to replicate in practice, and I'm sure every coach would tell you that. Yeah, the speed, we tried, but it's hard to just match that speed. So it makes them a dangerous team. It makes teams prepare for them, that's for sure. but they showed a lot of good things tonight.
Again, we'll be here next week for the ball game. Our countdown to kickoff begins at 6:15. A little bit of a later start. Game time 7 o'clock. Again, the pairings come out at 10 o'clock tomorrow, and we'll have Ed-Co playoff football for you next Friday night on KCTN FM 100.1, as well as on the KCTN YouTube channel, where you can catch live video of tonight's ball game. Once again, our final score, it is Ed-Co defeating Waco tonight by a final score of 58-7. The Vikings 9-0. Waco closes the season, as we mentioned, with a record of 3-6. For Coach Aaron Hammond, I'm Dan Behrens. My thanks to Jenna Hammond for running our camera tonight. Also thanks to Paula Mahoney for anchoring our studio show. For a complete recap of tonight's ball game, highlights, scores, and more, go to KCTN.com, click on the Sports tab. This has been a presentation of KCTN FM 100 Sports.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards. They offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com, and you can even set up a free website for your fundraiser. Epic Wear, walk on. Call 563-568-2301 to place your order today.